Good afternoon, my dear JEE warriors. This is your Captain Shreyas. Welcome aboard, all my lovely warriors. And we are discussing the 23rd January shift number 1. If I talk about the analysis, the chemistry paper was moderate, maths was also moderate, and physics also moderate. So, more or less, it was a moderate level paper. Yes, there were a couple of questions which were slightly hard or lengthy in the maths or even in the physics section. So we'll see that and we'll see how to solve all these questions. Please remember these are all memory based questions, so it might not be the exactly same value or the same wording which was asked in the paper, but you'll get the concept, the idea of what kind of questions are being asked and know how to solve these kind of questions. So let's begin with the question, guys, coming up on your screen. And if you have forgotten to smash the like button, please do that right now. Okay. Yes. Hi Darshan. Hi Miss Mame. Hi, Three Monsters. Hi, Salome. It was hard, yes. And as we can see, day by day, the shifts are getting moderately harder than the previous shifts. So, expect a slightly better paper on 24th and also a decent level on 28th of January. Tonight, I will be conducting a special session, all three of us, where based on the previous questions, which we might not have even discussed, so we'll get more questions by now. We have analyzed all of them and created a special set of questions and models to help you out for the 24th January and 28th January. So make sure you're attending it live. Alright, more than the paper discussion, that session, live session will be very, very important. Okay. Yeah, you can use kerchief, but usually they do not allow any such hanky or kerchief or any such cloth because students can misuse it also. But yeah, if you have really bad fever or cold or cough, then you can request them, you can get a medical letter and maybe they will allow it. Okay, but it is not guaranteed. Right, so let's begin with the questions coming up on your screen, and here it is. There is a point charge at the vertex and there is another charge at the center of the face. The net flux is how much? Now, if you ask just the vertex, that has been asked in the previous years. If you just ask the face, that has also been asked in the previous years. But keeping two charges together, that is the first time JEE has asked it. So what I am saying is, JEE is not creating drastically new questions, rather it is combining some of the PYQs, combining many concepts and giving you the questions. So if you think about it individually, for that particular 2Q charge, visualize there are some more cubes over here. Just visualize something like this. Just visualize something like this over here. And even in the front, of course, something like that. Okay. So visualize something like this, guys. So you will notice that 2Q is at the center of that big cube. If you can visualize, 2Q is at the center of that big cube. That big cube has 8 small cubes. So from that small cube, the flux that will go will be 2Q, the total charge divided by 8 and by epsilon naught, because flux is charge by epsilon naught. Correct? Charge by epsilon naught. The charge is 2Q. So 2Q by epsilon naught will be the flux, but 1/8 of it will go through the shaded cube or the white colored cube. Now that is one part. Now, because of this Q charge, what will happen? Imagine one more cube over here on this side, one more cube over here on this side, just 2 cubes enough, because this charge will give field on left side also and on right side also. So out of the total flux, half of the flux will go inside the cube. It's exactly being partitioned, that face is partitioning those 2 cubes. So half the flux is going. So Q by epsilon naught, but exactly half of it. So if I add them, I will get the answer, which will be Q by epsilon naught. This 2 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 4. So this is nothing but 1 by 2. So that is nothing but 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 Q by epsilon naught will be the answer, which is option number C, of course. Okay, great. The cutoff for qualifying will be more than 100 only. So I am expecting it to be close to 100, 110 itself, because maths paper was not very hard and usually students who target higher percentiles do not generally leave maths as an option or disregard maths. They definitely prepare maths properly, and for engineering obviously you need maths properly only. So guys, if you had done maths very well, expecting a hard paper and the paper was moderate, so 100% your maths scores would have been boosted up. And chemistry was, yes, easy to moderate paper, not very easy, not very hard. So those students who have studied conceptually, 100% they would have scored well. And physics was definitely moderate or lengthy. So because of that, some people might lose marks because of the strategy, but difficulty wise, actually the cutoff should go high. But strategy wise, if you got tensed, if you got confused, if you mismanaged your timings, then 100% the scores will go down. Okay. Now the ratio of the speeds is asked, or ratio of kinetic energy is asked, like somebody is saying, Sanjitna Narayana saying ratio of kinetic energy. So it's one and the same question, guys. I mean, like if you know speeds, you can find the kinetic energy also. So what is the ratio of the speed at highest point to the point C? VB by VC. That will be nothing but velocity at the topmost point is u cos 60, correct? And velocity when it comes down is again back to u. So u cancels, so this will become half. 1:2 will be the answer. But if it was kinetic energy at top upon kinetic energy at the bottom, it will be half m will be there. This will be VB and this will be VC and this will be square. In that case, these two will get cancelled. VB by VC is half, so half square will come, which is nothing but 1/4. So if kinetic energy was asked, the answer is 1:4. If it was speed ratio, then it is 1:2. Got it? Everyone? Straightforward, very simple question. This was, I think, one of the easiest questions from the shift. Now, every time I am seeing they are asking questions from errors, but the questions that they are asking are very different. So if you are thinking, if I do one question, it is done. No. In one of the shifts, they gave the dimensions and matched the following. In one of the shifts, they combined it with springs. In one of the shifts, they are asking, errors in measurement, but one of the numerator quantity is increasing, denominator quantity is decreasing. So what will it have as an effect on the total quantity? So if you directly use error concept, you will get a wrong answer. And they are combining it with surface tension over there. So multiple concepts involved with errors, dimensions. Sometimes solo questions also they are asking different variety. So over here, for the given set of measurement, find the relative error. So this is a standard procedure. If you are forgotten, I'll just tell you. Find the relative error, that means 20 you take it, 19 you take it, 0.75, were these the numbers? I'm not sure. So there is no point solving it because I don't know really if these numbers were asked, because these numbers look very vague, because one is 17, one is 20, but still if these are the numbers, just add them and find first their average value. So I will call this as the average value, which is nothing but 20 plus 19.75 plus 18.25 plus 17.01, the whole thing divided by, there were 4 numbers. Now the next step will be, from 20 you subtract these things, whatever A average you get, whatever A average you get, A average you get, A average you get, and that will be your delta A1, delta A2, delta A3 and delta A4. Then you find the average delta. Then you find the average delta. Add all of these and then divide it by 4. Once you get that, then to find the relative error, take that delta average, whatever you got, divide it with this A average, whatever you got. That's it. That is your relative error. So it's a lengthy problem, but yes, it is doable. It is not tough. This is lengthy but moderate question. Got it, guys? Yeah. So based on the calculations, you get it as 0.06 as the answer. Yeah, Louis. Okay. These were the exact numbers, Sanjitna. Wow. Somebody who gave us the questions has memorized it properly. Very good. I am so proud of him. Okay. So the answer is basically 0.06. That is what you will get as the answer. Unnecessary lengthy. So you have to do it. So many kids would have thought I will find another question, but many questions were there in physics which were actually little bit lengthy only. Okay. Moderate to tough, man. Satyabas, it was not easy to moderate. I will call it moderate to tough paper. And as the days are progressing, the shifts are getting, like I said, moderate only or tougher only. Alright. Next question. Almost every shift has this question on energy is what I am noticing. Last shift also had that hydrogen, helium and energy from 1 to 2nd orbit, or sometimes Lyman-Balmer questions, wavelength questions. So this is definitely important. Atomic spectra. I don't know whether this was asked in chemistry or in physics, but either ways this concept is very important. So over here they are asking which is the correct energy for those transitions. Hydrogen minus 6.8 so you never get. Lithium 2 plus to get it in the ground state. No, lithium 2 plus, see guys, hydrogen in the ground state, it has an energy of minus 13.6. Z is 1, N is also 1. So this is definitely out of question. And lithium also will be out of question because for lithium 2 plus, the ground state energy will be minus 13.6. Z is 2 divided by N square. So 100% this is out of question. What about this helium plus, lithium is 3, right? My bad, not 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 square, definitely not equal to negative 13.6. For helium, from 2 to 1 transition, so basically energy when you are at 2 minus energy when you are at 1. Energy when you are at 2 will be minus 13.6 Z square by N square minus 13.6 Z square by your N square. So as you can see, 2 square and 2 square will cancel over here, and over here we'll get 13.6 multiplied by 4 and minus 13.6. So that will be 13.6 multiplied by 3. Yeah, that number comes close to 40.8. So C should be the right answer because 13 3s are 39. So the answer should be slightly more than 39, which is 40.8. Yeah, so that is the correct answer. All right. Okay. Sir, in the previous question, it was VB minus VC divided by U. Okay, then also you can do it. VB is U by 2. VC is U. U minus U by 2 is half only. So anyways, you will get the answer as half MB Nakul. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. So tonight we are going to conduct Devi Priya, a special session for 24th January and 28th January, because there are many questions which we get after one day, or sometimes our students will tell you after some time, etc. So collecting all those questions, analyzing those papers, we are creating a special session on the models which are important. So we'll go through all those models in tonight's quick revision session for 28th and 24th January shifts. Okay, so watch that session, do not miss it. Next one, two thin prisms are placed in contact, inverted with respect to each other. Crown glass, angle of prism given, P2 is made of flint glass, angle of prism not given, refractive index is given. What is that angle required to get no net deviation? This has been a long time where they have not asked questions on dispersion and deviation, and after a long time they are asking this question. So guys, be prepared for very I would say old questions which were not asked in the previous years, but suddenly now they are remembering those models from maybe 10 years back, 5 years back, 3 years back. Because if you see last year papers or just last to last year papers, hardly maybe one question might have come in some random shift. So guys, that is what JEE is doing. They are picking up those kind of models which you might have forgotten. So my dear warriors, if you have two prisms, one arranged like this, one arranged like this, you want no net deviation. That means deviation in the first prism is deviation in the second prism. That means angle of first prism into mu1 minus 1 will be angle of second prism into mu2 minus 1. So what is the angle of the first prism? It is given to be 5 degrees. Refractive index is 1.5, so minus 1 is equal to angle of the second prism, I do not know. Refractive index is 1.625, so minus 1. So therefore my A2 will be 5 multiplied by 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5, and this will be 0.625. Now 5 5s are 25, so this will become 2.5 divided by 0.625. Now if you shift the decimal, this will become 25 and this will become 62.5, which I can write it as 625 divided by 10. So 25 goes with 625 25 times only. So this will become 10 by 25 as the answer, guys. Just check this out. A2 is coming out to be 10 by 25. Now 10 by 25 Guys, okay, doesn't seem to be matching out here. Just 1 second. 5.5.625. Okay, I shift the decimal. 6.25. Sorry, it should be one more zero. My bad. Yeah, this should be 4 degrees. Yeah, this should be 4 degrees. Just check it out. Yeah, there was one more zero over here. Yeah, one more zero over here. It was 0.625. So it will then become 625. Correct. So answer should be 4 degrees. Just check it out. Yes, perfect. So that is how you solve it. Cool. Yeah. So these were the 5 questions which I had. There were more questions which are going to come up, and as soon as they come up, I will definitely come back with them. All right. So time for chemistry to begin. So Diksha ma'am will be here, and we'll then continue with physics remaining questions. All right. See you guys.
Hello, hi everyone. Hello. Yes, students, everybody in the chat box, do let me know if I am clearly visible and audible to all of you or not. Yes, everybody in the chat box. How was the exam? How was your exam, students? How was the paper? Right? Yes, everybody, do let me know in the chat box. As of now, the chemistry part is again moderate level, right? Like just like before it was. It is not too lengthy, it is not too tough, it is moderate, right? And maths, what Namrata ma'am has told me that it's easy only, and as compared to the previous papers, and physics is little moderate to tough, right? So overall the paper is moderate, right? So now let's solve, let's see what kind of chemistry questions were there, and also those students who were present in the class today. In the class I am saying, who gave the paper today, do let me know, right? If the questions are the same that you have seen in the exam, right? Okay. So let's see, let's import the file, right? And let's solve. And also you also try to answer, right? Yes. So let's see the questions here. Let's see the questions. First question on your screen is again based on the exception, right? Okay. Was this question there? I'm expecting 95 in chemistry. Good. So when we talk about the correct order of ionization energy of Cl, Sp, Al and Si, very simple question from your periodic table, right? So this is actually, if you see this, we can say sodium, magnesium, we can start with that. Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine and argon, right? Okay. Now if you see this, I don't know why. Okay. Oops. Okay. So if you see this here, what we have here, in this case, magnesium has NS2 configuration, and similarly, this phosphorus has NP3 configuration, which are stable. So what should happen along the period? Ionization enthalpy should increase. But what will happen? This case, it will be reversed. This will be opposite here and opposite here. So what will be the answer in the end? Answer will be, this is sodium. After that, you will have aluminium, then magnesium, then you will have silicon, then sulfur, phosphorus, chlorine. Right? So that is going to be the answer here. And if you see this, chlorine will be maximum, then phosphorus, then sulfur, then silicon, then you have aluminium. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer here. Same thing is in the case of lithium, in the case of first period as well, right? So it will be the same. Half stable, this is NS2 stability, this is NP3 stability. Whenever something is stable, it is very difficult to take out electrons from there. So that is why the order is this. Next question is COBr. Achha, tell me one thing. I feel the question must be little different from this. Okay. So yes, tell me everybody, tell me, was this question there? I feel because both the statements are telling the same thing only. I think either they have asked you about unpaired electron in one of the statement, or they have asked you about wavelength in one of the statement, right? So anyone of you can tell me? Yes. So if you see this, COBr4, but this question was definitely there. But maybe the statements must be different here, both the statements. So COBr4, 2 negative, absorbs less energy. We know that you have chlorine, then you have bromine, right? So chlorine has more CFSC. That is why bromine part, because everything else is same here. Bromine will absorb less energy as compared to chlorine, because here splitting Ligand field strength is less. Yes, unpaired electron, ma'am. This is what I was thinking, right? So, but unpaired electron for chlorine and bromine, both will be behaving as unpaired electron also will be same here, right? Unpaired electron will be same here, right? So either both of the statement will be there, or I feel maybe they have asked you unpaired electron will be greater or less, then the statement will be false, right? Because both the unpaired electrons are, unpaired electron in both the cases will be same, right? Why both will be same? Because both are weak field ligand and you will have cobalt 2 positive, right? So it will be 3d7, and here what will happen? Number of unpaired electron will be same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In both the cases you will have 3 unpaired electron, right? Okay, yes. Okay, iodine is there in the second statement, is it? Where iodine is there? If you talk about this, COCl4 has higher, this is the same statement only, so that's what I was asking you, right? I think yes, maybe iodine is there, I don't know what. Let's make a new thing here. Let's see, they are saying that COI4, right, has higher energy. So it is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Then this statement will become incorrect, because one of the student is saying that ma'am, iodine was there in reality. Okay, so if iodine was there, has higher CFSC, that is wrong. Iodine 1 will have less CFSC. Then the answer will become statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect, right? Because there should be some difference in that, right? Okay, yes. So I'll just delete this one because it is according to this statement, right? Now next question, if you see, tell me everyone, this question which is based on, now we can see in organic chemistry they are asking you questions not directly from mole concept, but in combination of mole concept and organic chemistry they are asking you the question, right? Yes. So yes, there is going to be a special class today, don't worry about that, right? So in the reaction sequence, what is the mass of product C? Mass of product C you have to find out, okay? They are not saying molar mass, they are saying mass. So for that, first you need to know the reaction. So firstly you have SnHCl, that means here reduction will take place. This will be CH3 and this will be NH2. Right, after that you add anhydride you add here. So what will happen, this hydrogen here will be replaced by C double bond O CH3, and what you will see when you do bromination here, what will happen, you will have the answer, because on the ortho position only it can substitute, on the para position already you have CH3, right? This is NHCOCH3. Okay. Oof. Wait a minute. NHCOCH3. Right. On the ortho position you should have bromine. Right. Because on the para position it is already done. Now if you see this here, right, they are asking you the mass here. If you talk about the number of moles, right, first you will calculate, we'll see how many number of moles of this will be formed. Number of moles of this multiplied by the molar mass will be your mass, right? So that will be, here the molar mass of this case is, number of moles of this is, let's say this is A. Number of moles of A is, given mass is 137, molar mass is also 137. So it will give you 1 mole here. If this is 1, this will also be 1, this will be 1, this will be 1. So number of moles of C is also 1. So what we can say, mass of C is moles of C, molar mass of C multiplied by number of moles of C, right? Now you will calculate the molar mass of C here, right? Molar mass of C, and after calculation molar mass of C, wait a minute, it will come out to be 228, right? And how do you calculate that, everybody? So answer will be 228. Achha, how do you calculate this molar mass? What is the molar mass of this? What is exactly this? Let's see. This is C 6H. Already 6 hydrogen will be there. Out of this 3 are already eliminated. So H3, C6H3. Then you have CH3. Then you have one Br. Then you have NHCOCH3. That is nothing but C. Carbon is 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 carbon, hydrogen is 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hydrogen is there. Then you have one bromine. And hydrogen is 6, 7, 8, 9. Bromine is there, one nitrogen is there, one oxygen is there. Okay, this will be the formula that you have to calculate the molar mass for. Right, everybody? Do let me know if that is clear to all of you or not. Right? Okay? Yes. Ortho only, am I correct? Yes. Usually it is on the para position, but para is already occupied. That is why it will be on the ortho position. Right? Okay? Understood? I have added, oops, I have added on the meta position. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, it will be on the ortho position. Okay, my mistake. It will be on the ortho position only. By mistake, I added it on the meta position. Okay, yes. Done? Clear now? So these kind of question, every shift I can see combination of organic and physical chemistry they are asking you. Organic is also simple here, physical is also simple here. So you can easily do these kind of questions, right? Next is, which of the following undergo nitration at the fastest rate? Okay, tell me, because options may be different here, but one question was there based on this concept. Was there any other option here? I think, yes, by mistake, beta. Okay, so now I think there is one more option, that is, this one was also there. Was this one also there? Tell me. Was this option also there? Tell me everyone, was this option also there? Right? So now, firstly I will tell you what will be the answer of these all options if I consider that option as well. Nitration at the fastest rate. Fastest rate of nitration. Nitration, NO2 positive is the electrophile. NO2 positive is the electrophile. So for this electrophile, I need to have more electron density, right? So to have more electron density, what should happen in the case of this nitrobenzene? This nitro is what? This nitro is a minus m and minus I. So electron density, it will be very electron deficient. We need more electron density, not less electron density. This is giving plus I. This will give minus m, and yes, plus I will be there, but minus m is more dominating here. Here minus m is more dominating here. And what about this? In bromine, you will have plus m and minus I both, but minus I will be more dominating. So this is deactivating, deactivating, deactivating. And moreover in this one, if you have, now I don't know what was the answer there in the exam, right? Okay. So means if this option was there or not, let's say this is option. If I consider this also as the option, then this will be having plus m and this will have minus I. Out of this, plus m is more dominating. So if I write the order, right? Order was asked, ma'am, order they asked. Okay. So tell me, was these were the options or this was also in the option? This was also in the option because one student told me, ma'am, OCH3 was also in the option. Right? Was this also in the option? Or these were the 4 options? Anisole was there, right? Anisole was there. Okay, okay, good. Right. So what I'll do now, I'll write the order here. Right? Order I'll write. So if you see, what is the order here? Maximum is, this is plus m is there. So plus m and this is plus I. They both are activating. This is also activating. This is also activating. This is also activating. So more activation is there because of this plus m. So answer will be E. Options that I have written, according to that, I'll write E, that is anisole. Then you will have B. Now I will see which one will have more deactivation, means very less deactivation will be there. So these two we have already done. Out of this, this is minus m, this is plus I, because here carbon is not so activating, so this is plus I only, but this is more activating. This is deactivating, this is deactivating, this is also deactivating. This is deactivating because of minus I, this is deactivating because of minus m. So minus I, overall the deactivation will be less here, because here the deactivation is due to inductive effect, here the deactivation is due to minus m, here the deactivation is due to minus m. So here deactivation will be less. So here I will consider this D. After that, what I will have? Deactivation. Now we are left with this and this. Here deactivation is due to minus m, here deactivation is due to 2 factors, minus m and minus I. So this will be less, so here it will be C, and A will be least maximum deactivated, so order is going to be this. So if they ask you order, then this question becomes a good question. E, B, D, C, A. Yes, E, B, D, C, A. Yes. So if they ask you the order, then it becomes a good question, and if it directly asks you fastest, then it becomes a very easy question. I feel order should be there, right? Okay, yes. Now next is, now this was interesting question, right? Let me know, was it there in the exam, everybody? Yes. Now if it is H2O liquid to H2O gas, if I say H2O liquid, right? Then this is 5 degrees Celsius. After that, it will be converted to H2O, like when it is steaming, right? It will be boiling at 100 degrees Celsius, liquid only. Then it will be 100 degrees Celsius, but now it is a gas, right? In all these cases, I am giving the energy, I am providing the energy. Energy is absorbed by the system. So heat and delta H will be positive. Negative will not be there, positive will be there, negative will not be there, right? Then what about work done? If I talk about the volume here, we know that work is equals to minus P delta V, okay? So delta V, if I say volume here, we can say it is expanding. So volume is increasing, If volume is increasing, that means delta V is positive, right? That means work is going to be negative. So answer will be, this will be negative, answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, yes. Tell me. They asked that it was kept inside microwave. Oh, okay. So that means the formation, options were the same. Options were the same. Yes. Okay. Okay. Ma'am, they also asked delta U. Okay, they also asked delta U. So we can find delta U as well. Delta U is equals to Q plus W, right? So if this is negative and if I say Q is positive, right, then what will happen? Then delta U actually depends upon whether which will be more, which will be less, right? So delta U can be positive or negative here, right? Okay. So that depends upon this thing, na? Okay. Because here this is positive, this is negative. That will depend upon whether this, if they would have been 0, then I would have told that okay, delta U is equals to 0 here. But if I say, they are saying select the correct answer here. If I say delta U is 0, then also they can become opposite of each other, right? If the option of delta U they gave you, then it should be 0, right? Okay. Yes, then it should be 0. Otherwise, it depends. If the work done is more, it will be negative. If this is more, this will be positive here, right? Okay. Or one more thing you can say, right? That depends upon the options what you have, right? So either it can be 0 or you can write it here positive here, because delta U is equals to N CVM delta T, right? Temperature here is what? Increasing only. You are boiling it, temperature is increasing, right? So this will be positive here. So this also should be positive here, right? Okay, yes. So if you write it here now, but if you have the delta U as 0 here, then temperature also, then it should be positive only. So if I put here, let me just write it here somewhere. Let's see, here they have written delta U is negative and here the option is delta U is positive. Then the answer will be C is the correct answer because of this equation. If this is increasing, this is, yes. But if the temperature, if you ask me about this part here, if you ask me about this particular part here, right, this part here, if they have given you a boiling water is converted into steam, then the temperature is not changing, then delta U will be 0 here. But in this case, if you see, the temperature is changing, so U is also increasing. But in this case, temperature is 0, delta T is 0, delta U will also be equals to 0. Okay, is that clear? Right? So if they have asked you this part, then it should be 0. If they have asked you this part, then it should be greater than this, positive, right? Okay, tell me, right? Okay. As you are saying, ma'am, they have asked liquid was kept in a microwave and boiled. That means they are talking about liquid to gas. Then temperature change will be there. Then delta U should be positive. If they specified this statement there, right? Achha, in this case, I think options were different, is it? Isn't it? Right? So in this case, options were this one, or options were little like stereoisomers, and options were like stereoisomer and boiling point and on ozonolysis, right? Was it like that? Tell me. Was it like that? Because if they have given you this question, then it is very simple, right? But if they have given you the question of stereoisomers further, same question was there. Now tell me, huh? No, yes, I don't know. Dipole moment was asked, right? Tell me. What exactly was asked? This question was definitely there, but have they asked you just cis and trans, or they have asked you the properties of cis and trans? If it was just cis and trans, write ma'am same. If they have asked you properties of cis and trans, then write properties in the chat box, right? So I'll just firstly define this is Lind-Lars catalyst. So here it will be CH3, C double bond, C, this is going to be CH3, right? Now here it will be cis. So I'll just write cis here. So it will be C double bond C, CH3, CH3, it will going to be cis. Okay. And here it is going to be trans. So I'll write trans here. CH3, CH3, H and H, right? Okay. If you ask about these options, then it is quite simple. Then X is going to be cis and Y is going to be trans, right? Okay, properties were asked. Okay, just give me a second then. Properties might have been, wait a minute. What were the properties there? Exactly tell me. What were the properties there? I think it was, what the student told me, I think it was stereoisomers, right? I think the first was stereoisomer, isn't it? Stereoisomer. So they are not the they are the stereoisomer of each other. Second question was on ozonolysis. They gave same product. That is also true. Same product was formed. If you talk about reductive ozonolysis of this one or this one, both of them will give CH3, C double bond OH. Here also 2 molecule of this will be formed. Here also 2 molecule of this will be formed. Right? Dipole moment you are saying, ma'am. Dipole moment they asked. Right? Dipole moment of, I think this is your PYQ also. This is, I think, 2024 or 2025 also they have asked you the same question here. I have also taught you this. So dipole moment of which one should be more? Cis should be more than trans. Okay, tell me. Yes, X is 0. X nahi, Y will be 0. Trans is 0. Right? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Options were given, ma'am. Other properties as well. What other properties were there? Maximum what other properties can be there on reaction? They can ask you. I think these two statements were there. This is stereoisomer because it is geometrical isomer. They can also ask you whether this is GI. We know that this is GI. They can ask you about dipole moment. This is what you are telling, ma'am. They have asked dipole moment. The dipole moment of X is not, why X will be 0? Y will be 0. Option D is dipole moment of X is 0. That will be false then. Dipole moment of trans will be 0. Okay. Then if I talk about boiling point. Boiling point, they have asked you cis is greater than trans. Right. Then fifth is melting point. Of trans is greater due to symmetry. Trans is greater than cis. More than this, so you don't have any melting point, boiling point. Yes, stereo there, ma'am. Stereo they have asked. Ozonolysis they have asked. Dipole moment they have asked. Boiling point also I think they have asked. Right? Okay? Yes. Okay? Done. Anti and syn addition, if they have asked you, then remember this one thing. I have told you this. I don't think so they have asked anti and syn addition, but if still you are saying anti and syn they have asked, then remember this one thing. Whenever you have cis or you have trans, cis and you have trans, remember one thing. Whenever we do syn addition, anti-addition, anti-addition. Now it depends, like addition of hydrogen is a syn addition. Addition of halogen is a anti-addition. This I have taught you. Addition of hydrogen is a syn addition. Right? So if this is positive, answer will be erythroproduct. If erythroproduct, this is not capital E is not this EZ, but it is erythroproduct. Erythroproduct. If you have trans negative positive, this is positive negative, this is negative negative. See, negative into positive is positive, negative into positive is negative, that is thereo. Thereo product is formed. Negative into positive is again thereo product is formed. Negative into negative is again erythro product is formed. If they have asked you really good level question, then they must have asked this, right? Okay, I think they have not asked this. I think they have asked this one, this one, this one, and this one. This is what I got to know, right? Okay. They have not asked this, but still I am giving you this. What if they ask you a tough question here? Then this way they can go, because level might increase further, right? So that's why. Okay. So then the question is, you have sublimation is a purification technique that is used to separate those solid substances which changes from solid to vapor. And remember guys, they are asking you question from purification, qualitative, quantitative analysis. They are asking you, they have asked question on chromatography yesterday, they have asked question on distillation yesterday, they are asking questions there, right? So do the theory part of it. They are asking statement based question there, right? So it is going to be sublimation. That is absolutely true, right? It is a technique to convert solid to vapor to vapors directly. External. Now this statement was also there tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm saying yesterday was also there. If external, this is distillation under reduced pressure, right? Now I told you one thing, right? There is simple distillation for distillation. Simple distillation is, because distillation they are asking you the question. Simple distillation is, ma'am, the boiling point difference is there. Then fractional distillation is, you have speed breakers there, right? To decrease the boiling point, right? When the boiling point difference is not that much, then you have beads like speed breakers there. Fractional distillation. Then in case of steam distillation and distillation under reduced pressure, there are two different distillation. This is atmospheric pressure and this is vapor pressure. So you need to make it equal. So distillation, steam distillation, what you do? You increase the vapor pressure here by adding the vapor pressure of from water. That is steam distillation, right? And steam distillation they have asked yesterday, right? Now if you want to have distillation under reduced pressure, then you decrease the vapor pressure of this atmosphere to make it equal. This means this atmospheric pressure will be decreased by creating a vacuum here. That is, if external atmospheric pressure is reduced, this is reduced. What we want to have, these two we want to have equal. Either you will increase this or you will decrease this. When you increase this, that is steam distillation. When you decrease this, that is distillation under reduced pressure. Then the boiling point of the substance is decreased, right? That is also true. So answer is, both the statements are correct here. Okay, understood? Tell me everybody, is that clear? Right? So let's do next question here. Tell me. Okay, what about this one? What about this one? Consider the following graph. Was this question there in the exam? Yes, everybody, those who have given exam today. Was this question there in the exam? Everybody do let me know. Chemical kinetics question, right? Where what was there? Consider the following graph of concentration versus time, and they are asking you half-life. So from the graph, how you can find this? Either you can take one concentration, you can find the value of K, then you can find the value of T half. That is a long numerical method you can go through. Then either you can say 0.6 to 0.5 you are going, 0.6 to 0.5. What is the temperature? At 0.6 it is 0, 0.5 it is 200. So time gap is 200 seconds. In 200 seconds, what you have? In 200 seconds, you are going from this to this. Oh, then from 0.5 to 0.4, further 200 seconds. 0.4 to 0.3, further 200 seconds. Now that means I can say that total 600 seconds it took. So answer will be A is the correct answer here. Right? Okay, tell me. Acha, one more thing here, right? That we are assuming that this is a first order reaction, right? Otherwise in two T halves, like this is T half, this is T half. No, actually this is T half only. No, we are not assuming that. This is T half, that is coming out to be 600 seconds, right? Further graph is not given to us, so we'll just take A as the answer here, right? Okay. Yes, I think other question is not complete here. It was still being typed. Okay. Now I'll give you some more questions here, right? I'll have to type it myself. So just give me a second. Okay, there was a question on glucose. Was there a question on glucose, guys? Which of the following is an example of non-reducing sugar? Was there a question like that? Tell me, everyone. Was there a question like that where which of the following is non-reducing sugar? Was there a question like that or not? Tell me. Only then I'll solve it. From the sources I got to know that okay, this question was there, right? So you tell me, right? So this is your tell me, was this question there in the exam? I'll just draw this. No? No, this question was not there. No, ma'am. Yes or no, yeah? Sabri, you have given today, na, most you're saying no, ma'am. This question was not there. Chalo, this question was not there, right? But I have started this, so I'll just tell you, right? Okay, so this question was not there, guys, but because I have just started this, so I'll just tell you. On the first carbon, what you have to see, if you have OR and H here, right? Those are non-reducing sugar. If you have H, if you have on the first carbon, OH is there, then this is going to be the non-reducing sugar, the one which has OR. Okay, right? So that way you can answer, but you guys are saying this was not there. Acha, tell me about this question. I'll just tell you this question was there or not. This question is 25 milliliter of 0.1 BaOH twice reacts rapidly. Tell me, was this question there? 25 milliliter of 0.1 molar BaOH twice reacts completely with HCl. Find weight of HCl. Was this question there? Tell me. Was this question there or not? Tell me, everybody. Tell me, everybody. Was this question there or not? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, ma'am, it was there. Okay, so I'll just solve it. Right? If you talk about BaOH twice reacted with HCl, it is going to give you BaCl2 plus water will be released, right? So if you see this here, 2, this is 2, 3, so you can write 2 here, right? This will be 2 here, this will be the balanced chemical equation. Now if you see this, here given amount is, let's say, X. I don't know how many moles of HCl are there. Let's assume I am thinking that this is X moles of are being consumed. And they are saying 25 milliliter of this much, completely they react with each other. Okay. So, what is the number of moles of this one? This is 25. We know that what is molarity? Molarity is equals to number of moles divided by volume in milliliter, then this will be multiplied by 1000. So number of moles will be molarity into volume in milliliter divided by 1000. So this will be 25 multiplied by volume is what? 25 Molarity is what? 0.1. This will be divided by 1000. Right? Now we know that they are saying that here number of, because they are completely reacting with each other. That means this divided by the stoichiometry and this divided by the stoichiometry are equal. So you can solve the value of x is equals to 25 into 0.1 multiplied by 2 divided by 1000. This will be here, right? Okay. Then 25 into 2 is 50. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This will cancel. This will become 0.005. Right? That will become the value of x. Right? Now they are saying number of moles. Mass of HCl will be number of moles of HCl multiplied by this molar mass of HCl. Number of moles of HCl is coming out to be this, and molar mass is 36.5, and that's how you can calculate the mass of HCl. Okay. Have I solved it wrong? 25 into 2 by 4 by 3. Okay. Done? Clear? Tell me. So I'll just call Namrata ma'am now, right, for the questions of mathematics, and then I'll see you all after some time for the questions of chemistry, the remaining questions of chemistry. So guys, let's call Namrata ma'am for the questions of maths.
Hello, my ninja warriors. What's up, everybody? How was mathematics paper? I know you must be asking me that, ma'am, how was mathematics paper? But I am asking you today because you know what? What we have got is a memory based paper, and I feel that the paper was moderate again. Right, I am looking for a difficult shift. I was expecting a difficult shift, but I don't think so that mathematics is coming as difficult as it used to come in previous years, right? So this can be a boon, this can be a curse. You tell me that what exactly do you feel about it? If mathematics is slightly on a, I won't say easy, but slightly not that difficult. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's start. Let me load the file. Okay. All right. Okay. PDF and need a difficult shift for mathematics on 28. Students are saying, when will the admit card for 28 will be released? That we have to actually wait for, and it will get released most probably in a couple of days, in upcoming days. Okay, keep checking. Moderate? Yes? Okay, let's start. Mode is teaching, and let's start with the very first question. Okay, so we'll do slowly each and every question, and you are going to tell me is it an easy question or a difficult one. Alrighty, yes, okay. A rectangle is formed by the lines x is equals to 0, See, this figure was not given. We have to create this figure. X is equals to 0 means y-axis. Y is equals to 0 means x-axis. So, this is x and y-axis. Okay. And after that, x is equals to 3 will look like this. And y is equals to 4 will look like this. This point is 3, 4. Okay. So, a rectangle, everybody is able to see this rectangle? Yes. Okay. Now, a line perpendicular to this. A line perpendicular to this line. So, this line has a slope minus 3 by 4. So, a line perpendicular to this line will have slope 4 by 3. So, y is equals to 4 by 3x plus c. Okay. Now, a line perpendicular to this divides the rectangle into two equal parts. Okay, so two equal parts, if a line is dividing rectangle into equal parts, so either it would be diagonal, this diagonal, or it would be this diagonal. Okay, so let us suppose that it is this diagonal which is passing through origin, right? So it is going to be plus 0 because passing through origin. So y is equals to 4 by 3x only, correct? This is the line 3y minus 4x is equals to 0 is the line which is this. Okay, correct. Now, then the distance of the line from this point, very easy. Okay, distance of the line from this point, one student is saying 1 by 2 comma minus 5 was the point. So again, the point could be anything, right? The calculation will be different. So if you want, I can use this. Okay, half comma minus 5. So, half comma minus 5 is the point, perpendicular distance from a point. So, half comma minus 5 if you are saying, if this is not the point and this is the point, half comma minus 5, correct? Okay. And yes, so it was, okay, students are saying 3x plus y plus 6 is equals to 0 was the line. See, whatever the line was, the data could be slightly here and there because it is a memory based paper. But I would say the process is going to be the same, right? The question is same, the process is going to be the same. Here what we are doing is we are trying to get the idea that what kind of questions pattern basically. We are trying to figure out the pattern, okay? The same data will not get repeated, please understand this. Okay, so now half comma minus 5 if I use, so put this point, or in fact, let me just, because the PPT is made on that basis, the options are given on that basis. So, let me just use this point only because the data might be slightly here and there. Minus 1 comma 3 by 2. So, 3 into 3 by 2 and this is what? Plus 4 whole upon 5. So, this is 9 by 2 plus 4. So, 9 plus 8. Okay, 9 plus 8. 17 by 10. Okay, as per this particular data. Alrighty, correct. Next question, tell me if this question was easy or difficult. Easy, I guess, right? If you understand this question nicely, this is not a very difficult question. And the calculations were also not very tough. Next question, see, I told you and I am telling you every year, in every shift, one question from relation, and this year, na, you know what I am seeing, this is the 1 to 5th shift I am solving, and you know what, they will give a relation, okay, and that relation is getting satisfied by one condition and number of elements in that relation is asked. Total number of elements in that relation and total number of reflexive symmetric, this kind of question is coming. Okay, so please make sure this is actually question, this question came in 2025 also, JEE Mains 2025 PYQ, right? A set is given and this is your 2x plus y, 2x plus y less than or equals to minus 2, correct? Now, F is equals to, this is not F, this is L. L is the number of elements to be added in R. So, sorry, L is equals to number of elements in R. M will be minimum number of elements to be added in R to make it reflexive. N is minimum number to make it symmetric. So, first of all, let's find out how many elements actually are there in your relation. So, for that, all you have to do is, you have to put the value of x. Suppose x is equals to minus 2. x is equals to minus 2 first. Then if you put minus 2 over here, minus 4, so y is going to be less than or equals to 6. Y is less than x minus 2, that means y could be everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 elements are there. Second, if x is going to be minus 1, then what will happen? Minus 1. So it is going to be what? Minus 2 and minus 2. So y is less than or equals to 0. That means what? 3 ordered pairs from here. Okay, third case, when your x is 0. X is equals to 0. So y is less than or equals to minus 2. So only one ordered pair from here. And fourth case, x is equals to 1. So if you put 1, you're going to get y less than or equals to minus 4. I think after this, you're not going to get any ordered pairs. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 ordered pairs I can see. Okay, yes or no? 11 or not? Let me check. Actually, let me check. See, 2x plus y is less than or equals to 2. So what they are saying is L is 9, correct? L is 9. How come? How come? How come L is 9? I am thinking 7. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is there. X is minus 1. Y is less than or equals to 0. So I think 3 ordered pairs from here. Okay. And 10. X is equals to 0. So if you put x is equals to 0, am I doing anything wrong? Yes. Y is less than 2 in case 1. Oops. Okay, if you put x is equals to minus 2, so you're going to get what? Minus 4. Oops, yes, here I have made a mistake. Minus 4, so 4. This is 2. Okay. Y is less than or equals to 2. So from here, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 only. Yes. 5. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Yes. So L is coming out as 9. Now correct. Okay. L is coming out as 9. Thank you so much. L is 9. Now M is minimum number of elements to be added to make it reflexive. M. Okay. To get M, I need to get all the ordered pairs. So 9 ordered pairs are right in front of me. Can you see? Minus 2, minus 2. Then minus 2, 1. I need to list all the ordered pairs, right? So here also, can you see? X is minus 2. Correct? And y is less than or equals to 2. So I can see only minus 2, minus 2 is right here. Minus 1, minus 1 is also here. And 0, that's it. 2 ordered pairs are already there. So I think 2 are there. So out of 7, 2. So M is 5. M is 5. Okay. Why? Because you know what? Minus 2, minus 2 and minus 1, minus 1 are already present. Okay. You have to add what? 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 to make it reflexive. So M is 5. And now N, which is symmetric. Okay. So let me just share it with you. To make it symmetric, minus 2, minus 1 is there. Okay. So now can you see this is also there? Minus 2, 0 and 0, minus 2 symmetric pair is present. Minus 2, 1. Okay, so can you see minus 2, 1? Minus 2, 1. So 1, minus 2, can you see? No, I think this is something which we need to add. Minus 2, 2. So 2, minus 2. This is also one more thing. And this minus 1. So these 3 ordered pairs I need to add, right? So N is going to be what? 3. So 9. 10, 11, 12, 12. So 17 will be the right answer. Okay. 17. Yes. Alrighty. Next question on your screen. Next question, my dear students. Now this can be done using ninja technique. Ninja technique. Ninja technique. Basically, you have to apply King's property. Apply King's property and add. Okay, so please understand this is 5 pi by 24 and pi by 24. If you are going to apply King's property, 6 pi by 24, pi by 4. So if you put x, if you replace x by pi by 4 minus x, you are going to get cos. This is going to become cot, right? Cot. And if you convert it, it is going to be 1 by tan. So this integration will be tan upon tan plus 1. If you add, what you're going to get is the integration 2i will become 1. Okay. So ninja technique is integration is upper limit minus lower limit by 2. 5 pi by 4 minus pi by 24 by 2. So clearly this is pi by 6, pi by 12 is absolutely right. Okay. Yes, everybody? Clear? So many of you always ask, ma'am, tell some ninja technique which is applicable in JEE Main PYQs. So here we go. Here we go. Next question on your screen is from permutation and combination, right? And this permutation and combination, which is permutation. What is the topic? Permutation of alike objects. Alike objects. This is the subtopic. Permutation of alike objects. This topic is something which we are seeing since past couple of years, nothing new. Please understand now. Number of 4 letters, words with or without meaning formed by this. Okay. So 4 letter words we need to create. Now I will think that those 4 letters can be all different, all distinct. Okay. And it could be 2 similar and 2 distinct. Okay. All distinct means type A, B, C, D. All 4 different. Okay. 2 similar, 2 same and 2 distinct. And 2 distinct. This can also be a thing, that means AA, BC. This kind of a thing. Third case, 2 same and 2 others same. You can use the word alike. Alike is more technical. So this is AA, BB. Correct. Fourth case, which is 3 same and 1 different. 3 alike and 1 distinct. Only these 4 cases can be thought about. All 4 same cannot happen. Why? Because I don't have any letter which is 4 times. Availability issue. Right? I have a letter which is repeated 3 times. So that is why 3 alike and 1 other alike. Now if all 4 are distinct, I need to count how many distinct letters I have. So I have P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. 7. So 7, C, 4. Out of 7 distinct letters, I have selected 4. And now I will arrange it 4 factorial. 2 same and 2 different. Okay, so first of all, please understand 2 same, 2 alike. How many options I have? How many letters are in a pair of 2? So I can 2 alike can be double S or double T or double V. So I have 3 options, S, T and V. So 3C1. Okay. So now how many, by the way, PQ? 7 letters are there. 1 is gone. 1 category is gone. Right. So I have 6 now. Out of 6, I need what? 6C2. And now, because this is the category permutation, 4 factorial upon 2 factorial. Because 2 alike. 2 same and 2 other same. Okay. So now again, either S, T or V. 3 I have, 3C2. Why 3C2? Please understand, this is a very important case. Here, students makes maximum mistake over here. 3C2 means what? See, understand, you need 2 alike and 2 others alike. That means you need 2 pairs of a letter which is different, right? So, first of all, it could be either double S or double T or double V. So, you have 3 options. How many options do you need? Only 2. Okay, suppose double S, double T or double S, double V. Or double T, double V. 3 options only, right? So 3C2 is 3 only. And now you need, that's it. Now you need 4 factorial by 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Correct? And double, triple A and B. So you need 3 alike. So only one option you have, triple S. So triple S, this is triple S fixed. Triple S, and after that you need something else. So 7 are there, 1 is gone. So 6C1. And now you have what? 4 factorial by 3 factorial. That's it. We are done. Now add. Add everything. You will get the answer. This is absolutely doable question. Now we have a question from binomial theorem, my dear students, and if you have studied, how many of you are a Ninja Ma'am student? If you are a Ninja Ma'am student, you will know the most underrated property. Most underrated property of binomial theorem. What is this? NCR is equals to n by r, n minus 1, CR minus 1. And we are going to apply a reverse of it. Okay? NCR is what? N by r. That means this upon this. N by r, n minus 1, CR minus 1. Here I am going to apply the same thing. Already 51 is there. Please understand. Okay. So 100 C 50 and we have 51. Okay. See, understand. Here it is r minus 1. Here it is r. So you need one more in denominator and you need one more in numerator. So 51 and 101. Okay. So basically you need 101 over here and you need to divide 101. Okay, so now you can actually, this is n by r, n minus 1, CR minus 1 club. If you club this, this is going to be 100 and, so 1 by 101 is already there. This is 101, C 51. Okay, so what we have done is we have added 1 and 1 in both the index. Here also you have to do same thing. 101 C 52. And so on, this is 101 C, this is going to be 101. Okay, all right. What is this? Can anybody tell me? This is half series, right? Let me tell you. See, NC0 plus NC, or rather than that, why we do this? Okay, 100C 0. 100 C0 plus 100 C1 plus 100 C2 and all the way up to 100 C50 plus 100 C51 and all the way up to 100 C, sorry, not 100, 101. So this is 2 power 101, everybody, you know this, everyone knows this. But you know what, ma'am, I don't have this much, okay. So over here, 101 C51 is going to be the same as this. So this is exactly half series. Okay, so divide by 2. Basically this and this are same. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that this is the rest half of the series and even number of terms. How many terms? 102 terms. So this is going to be what? 2 power 101 minus 1. Half of the value upon 101 will be the answer. Okay. So 2 power 100 upon 101 is matching with option C. Yes, everyone? Alrighty. Moving on to the next problem. Ready for the next problem? Okay, this is the next problem. Very good question. Not a very difficult question. No need to scared. You know what? I feel this year student doesn't have to be scared of mathematics. Okay. Yes. So now there is a set S, which is this. Select two different number m comma n such that n greater than m plus 10. Can I write it this way? Yes. Okay. So this is how it is. Is having probability A by B. Okay. Basically, we need to select two numbers n and m, and n and m should satisfy this inequality. Okay. So let us find out. Okay, probability will be what? Very simple. Favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. Total outcomes, select two different numbers from 100 numbers is going to be 100 C2. Favorable outcomes we need to calculate from this inequality. If I put n is equals to 1, suppose first case m is 1 actually. So your n will be greater than or equals to 11. How many numbers are greater than or equals to 11? So there are 90 numbers. Okay. Second, m is equals to 2. So n is greater than or equals to 12. So 89. Okay, last. And so on. Last case will be m is equals to what? 100. Okay, if m is 100, then m is 100. Okay, not 100, actually 90. 90 plus 10, yes. So m is 90. Last m could be 90. So n is greater than or equals to 100. So that is n is just 100, so only 1. So it is going to be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 favorable outcomes and all the way up to 90. N plus 1, 90, 91 by 2. And what about this 100 into 99 by 2? 2 cancel, 0 cancel, correct? 9 ones are 9, 9 11s are. So the answer will be 91 by 110. Okay, 91 by 110. So A by B, A is equals to 91, B is equals to 110. So this is 201, option B. Easy peasy. This is n is greater than or equals to 10 plus m. Okay. Next question on your screen. Okay, this question. Now this question can be done in two ways. Number one method is linear differential equation, which you already know, integrating factor and everything, but I'm going to tell you a different method for this question, which is much more easier than linear differential equation. If you open your eyes and look at the question, then only you will realize. Okay, x power 4 dy plus 4x cube y dx, okay, plus 2 sine x dx. If you integrate each and everything, integrate, okay. So please understand over here, x power 4 into dy. What does that means? That somebody has kept x power 4 constant and differentiated y. After that, somebody has kept 4x cube. Somebody has actually differentiated x power 4 here and kept y constant. So 4x cube dx. So basically this is a product rule. Product rule. So just try to differentiate x power 4 into y. You will be like, ma'am, product rule, x power 4 constant dy plus this time I am keeping y constant 4x cube dx. Yes or no? So this is derivative of, so this is what, d of x power 4y. Integration is equals to integration minus 2 integration of sin x dx. Okay, so this is 2 cos x plus c is equals to x power 4y. This is your equation. Now whatever they want to ask, they can ask. Put x is equals to pi by 2 and y is equals to 0. X is equals to pi by 2 and y is equals to 0. So this is going to give this as 0 if this is 0 and x is equals to pi. C is coming out as 0. Oops. Right? X is pi by 2. This is also 0. This is also, C is 0. Now pi power 4 and f of pi by 3. So f of pi by 3, that means x is equals to pi by 3. Pi by 3 power 4 into y. 2 cos pi by 3, cos 60 degrees, 1 by 2. This is gone. So y is actually what? 3 power 4 upon. So y is coming out as, this is pi power 4. 3 power 4 upon pi power 4. So answer is just 3 power 4. This will get cancelled out. Yes? Alrighty. Next question on your screen. Are you able to solve with me? All right. This question. Okay, this question. I think there is some incorrect things written over here. Basically, x is equals to 2 power n dot 3 power m. All we have to calculate is n plus m something, n plus m or 3n plus 2. Basically, this question is all about calculation of n and m. If n and m are sorted, then they can ask anything like m plus n, 3m plus 2n. Okay, so this is the part which is not very important. This is the whole part which is important. Ninja technique will be applicable. So this is determinant of 3 adjoint a square, okay, and adjoint 2a. I have already told you this kind of question will definitely be there. Now, you know what? You know this property that product of two determinants, determinant A, determinant B. Okay, so this is 3 adjoint A square and this is adjoint 2A. Okay, so now 3 will come out. This 3 will come out. Okay, 3 will come out and because order 3, so this will be 3 cube. So 3 cube, determinant of adjoint A square, determinant of adjoint 2A. Now Ninja ma'am says whenever you have a order 3 matrix and adjoint is there, remove adjoint, apply square, remove adjoint, apply square. So this is 3 cube, this is determinant A power 4 only and this is determinant 2A square only. Now one more thing, this 2 will come out and 2 already is having power 2. If it will come out, it will have power 3. Remember, determinant Ka is equals to K cube determinant A. Here cube is the order. So that's why 3 came out, 3 cube. 2 will come out, 2 cube, but 2 is already having square. So this is 2 square and cube 2 power 6. So this will come out and this will be 2 power 6. Okay. And now determinant A power 6. Determinant A is 6, correct? So 2 power 6, 3 power 3 and 6 power 6. This is your final answer. So this is 2 power 12 and 3 power 9. 2 power 12, n is equals to 12, m is equals to 9. Now whatever they want to ask, they can ask. Okay? Because this is what? 2 power 6. So 2 power 6 and 2 power 6 will be 2 power 12. N is going to be 12. 3 power 3 and again 3 power 3. Sorry, 6. 3 power 3 and 3 power 3. Okay. Next question. Ready. Next question from here. Okay. Slightly it is not written, but yes, this is how it is. Vector. A vector given, B vector given, C vector is equals to A cross B and D vector is C cross B. Then A minus B dot D vector, D is anyway C cross B. Okay. So over here this is going to be box of A, C, B. Okay. Minus B dot C cross B. So this is 0. So box A, C, B. Correct. C vector is what? A cross B. Oops. So C vector can be calculated. See, A vector is what? Tell me. How to calculate this box? A vector is 1, 1, 2. C vector we need to calculate. B vector is 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, the middle row needs to be C vector, which is what? A cross B. So 1, 1, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Cross product. I, J, K. Okay, so this is 1 plus 2, 3, comma. This is 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 is minus 3, so plus 3. And this is minus 1 minus 2. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So 3, 3 and minus 3. Solve it, you will get the answer. Yes. M is coming out as 9 kya? Okay. Hold on. Sorry, this is 6 only, na? Yes. Oops. Yes, this is 9. Correct. Now this question. 9 is correct. Thank you for correcting. Maximum of sin x comma cos x. Okay. So what we have to do is, first of all, plot the graph. Area under curve is slightly irritating for all those people who do not like graphs. But this question will be definitely like a moment in JEE main examination. Oh, I got a question from graph. So this is good. Okay, sin x will look like this. Okay. What about cos x? Cos x will look like this. Okay. And maximum value. So this is maximum. This is maximum. The red color you are seeing is maximum. Everything else is an illusion. Okay, so remove everything which is what? So let me just remove. How to remove? So let me just remove it using black color. So this is not my graph. I have just painted the red color graph, which is actually the relevant one. So this is how it is. Okay, so this is not required. Okay, so this is pi by 2. Sorry, this is pi by 4. Okay, this is going to be cos x. Then we have sin x. And then we have cos x. Okay, this is pi by 4. This is pi by 2. This is pi. This is 3 pi by 4. And this is again 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. Correct? Now area bounded by fx. Fx is this red color graph, x-axis and y-axis. So which graph, which area we are looking for? So let me fill in the things. So this is the area we are looking for. 3 pi by 2, I think this till here, and x is equals to 3 pi by 2, so till here only. Okay. So from here, can you see 0 to pi by 4? You have to write cos x dx. Okay. Plus, I hope it is visible. 0 to pi by 4 cos x dx. Correct. Now pi by 4 to straight away pi. Sin x dx plus. Here, can you see which again? Over here, now understand, after this, the situation is changed. Why? Because you know what, this, from pi to 3 pi by 4, your upper curve is x-axis and lower curve is this. So upper curve, area is always upper curve minus lower curve. So here upper curve is cos x, lower curve is 0. Upper curve sin x, lower curve 0. Here upper curve is 0 and lower curve is sin x. So this is going to be 0 minus sin x, okay, pi to 3 pi by 4. Okay, so this is slightly minute work, high chances of calculation mistake. Ma'am, that is 5 pi by 4, yes, okay, pi by 4, okay, this is 5 pi by 4, absolutely. Okay, pi to 5 pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4 to 3 pi by 5 pi by 4 to 3 pi by 2 is your this, which is cos x, and again 0 minus cos x dx. That's it. That's it. Now you have to integrate each and everything and make sure that you do not make calculation mistake. Okay. Alrighty. Yes. Moving on to the next problem. Next problem is this. Okay. The line y is equals to x plus 1 intersect this ellipse. Again, if you draw the diagram, things will be pretty much clear to you. Okay. X square by 2 plus y square by 1, y is equals to x plus 1. So this is your 1. Okay. So line will look like this. Y is equals to x plus 1. This is your line. Okay. So now please, this line and this ellipse, A and B are the points. Correct. So can I say x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1? So one point is 0, 1 is 1 point, we can clearly see. Another point is something which we have to figure out, x square by 2 plus x plus 1 whole square is equals to 1. X square plus 2x square plus 4x plus 1 is equals to 1. Okay, so 3x square plus 4x is equals to 0. Clearly x is 0, minus 4 by 3. So x is 0. Y is 1. Here x is minus 4 by 3, minus 4 by 3 plus 1. Minus 4 plus 2, minus 1 by 3. Okay, so this is these are the, find the angle subtended by the segment AB. This is your AB at the center of the ellipse. Okay, so this is the angle we are looking for. This is 90 degree. So already the answers are given in that format, pi by 2 plus something. So we just need to figure out the angle this. This angle we need to figure out. How to figure out? So let me join this. Can anybody tell me tan theta? I am looking for tan theta. Can anybody tell me if this is your theta, this will be perpendicular and this length is going to be nothing but y coordinate. Okay. This is what minus, so this is 1 by 3. And this horizontal length is x, which is 4 by 3. Perpendicular upon base, so 1 by 3 upon 4 by 3, tan inverse 1 by 4, pi by 2. So pi by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 4. Option A is absolutely right. Okay, give me a good to go. Next question on your screen, my dear students. Okay, all right. All righty. मैम आप कौन से ईयर में हो कॉलेज के? हाँ, आई हैव बीन टीचिंग सिंस more than 12 years now. 12 years of teaching experience. Okay. Just tell me if my teaching experience matches my face or not. Yes or no? Okay. So fx is equals to this is given, right? So again, whatever you see inside the log, this should be always be positive. So log of 7, log of 2, 7x minus x square minus 10. Okay. All right. This should be greater than 0. Now this 0 can be written down as log of 1 to the base 7. So that means log of, now remove this and this. Log of 2 and 7x minus x square minus 10 is greater than 1. Now again, understand this 1 can be replaced by log of 2 to the base 2. Why am I doing this? Because I want to remove log as much as possible. Okay, so log 2 cancel. So this is 7x minus x square minus 10 greater than 2. Eventually it is going to be x square minus 7x plus 12 less than 0. 5 and 2, x is equals to 5 comma 2, correct or not? 5, no, 5 comma 2 is wrong, 6 and 1. Oops, I am so sorry, but you will get m and n from here. Okay, there might be five twos are 10. No, I think okay. So over here you just have to solve it. Let me check, the data. Check the data. There is no data to check. Anyway, now if this is a hyperbola whose eccentricity is n by 3, from here you will get m comma n. Okay, so now you have eccentricity. If you got the value of n minus 12, you are saying, how come minus 12, Plus 12 only, na? What is minus 12? 4 3s are, yes, 4 comma 3, okay, 4 comma 3, yes, 4 comma 3. So clearly 4 comma 3, so eccentricity will be 1. I think there is some calculation mistake over here, m comma n, na? Sorry, m comma n means 3 comma 4, oops, 3 comma 4, yes. This is the domain, correct? X belongs to 3 comma 4 because x minus 3 and x minus 4 less than 0. Now it's correct. This is m comma n, right? So your n is what? 4. So eccentricity is 4 by 3, and you know what is this eccentricity? 1 minus b. Is it hyperbola? Yes, it is a hyperbola. So 1 plus b square by a square is equals to 4 by 3. Remove square. So this is b square by a square is equals to 16 by 9 minus 1. So b square by a square is going to be what? 7 by 9. Correct? And one more thing, length of latus rectum is 8m by 3, m is 3, so 8. Length of latus rectum is 8, LR is 2b square by a is going to be 8 into m by 3. So, you know what? You have got a and b. You have got a and b, right? Two equations, two unknown. Calculate a and b. Now, the moment you will get a and b, b square minus a square, you will be easily able to calculate. Okay. Next question on your screen, my dear students. Next question. The number of solution of this. So, 13 cos to theta and cos theta. Cos to theta, can I convert cos to theta in terms of cos theta? Yes, absolutely. Gold formulas. Do you remember? 2 cos square theta minus 1 plus 8 cos theta minus 3 root 3 is equals to 0. So this is 26 cos square theta minus 13 plus 8 cos theta minus 3 root 3 is equals to 0. So 26 cos square theta, okay, plus 8 cos theta minus 13 minus 3 root 3 is equals to 0. Now all you have to do is figure out the value of cos theta. Okay. Now please understand, cos theta you have to figure it out. What's the value of cos theta? Oh, now this is slightly calculative. This is slightly calculative, right? So cos theta you have to calculate and you have to check if your cos theta is coming between 0 and 1. Okay. And if your cos theta you have to check is coming between 0 and minus 1, then what will happen? If it is positive, either it will be positive or negative, but it should lie between minus and 1 to have a solution. If it is happening, then you know what, 0 to 2 pi. See, understand cos theta. So cos theta is this. This is pi, this is 2 pi, okay. And again, minus 3 pi they are saying. So again, you have to reproduce this graph and eventually 1 more pi. Okay, so this is what the graph will look like. Okay, and now if your cos theta is positive, then how many values you will get? 1 and 2 values. And here 1, 2, 3. So if your cos theta is positive, then you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. And positive, but it should lie between 0 and 1. You need to check. If your cos theta is negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values from here, okay. So that you have to check, you have to solve it out, okay. Next question on your screen, my dear students. Good question, easy question from 3D geometry, right? 4, 10, alpha and C are the points lying on this line. So this is your line, which is x upon 1, y minus 2 by 2, z plus 6 by 2. Okay, so this is your point B, which is 4, 10, alpha. So B is lying on this line. Alpha you can easily calculate, just satisfy this point on this line. So 4 and then 10 minus 2, 8 by 2. And then alpha plus 6 by 2. Okay, so 4 is equals to 4, or you can say it's 8 is equals to alpha plus 6. Alpha is coming out as 2. So this point is 2, my dear students. Okay, now you have a point 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you have a C point. This distance is 10. Okay, area of triangle ABC you are looking for. So you have a base, you just want a height. So perpendicular distance from a point to a line. Remember, foot of perpendicular, you have to get this point. How to get this point? There is a proper method wherein there is a point and there is a line. You are looking for distance between them. Okay. Yes, you are looking for distance between them. How to look for distance between them? So this is F point. Suppose F point you have to assume. Ma'am, F point will be, suppose this is lambda. F point is lying on this line. So lambda, 2 lambda plus 2, this is 2 lambda minus 6. Okay, this is your F point. Now this is your, suppose, A point. So can you find BA vector or AB vector? Ma'am, AB vector is what? Basically what I am trying to do is, I am trying to use this 90 degree. So 90 degree is there between AF and line. So that's why I am looking for not AB but AF. AF vector will be F minus. So this is lambda minus 2, 2 lambda minus 1 and this is going to be 2 lambda minus 10. Okie dokie, yes. Now AF vector dot product with line dr is going to be 0. So lambda minus 2 into 1. Correct? Then 2 lambda minus 1 plus 2 lambda minus 10 is going to be 0. From here you will get the value of lambda. So 4 plus 1, 5 lambda. Minus 2 is minus 4 and this is 20. So minus 24. Okay, anyway. Whatever it is, you will get the value of lambda. Once you get the value of lambda, once lambda is sorted, put lambda over here, you will get f, and eventually you will get this perpendicular, right? Half into base into height, so half into AF into 10 is going to be your answer. So AF, how will you calculate? If you get the value of lambda, F will be sorted. If F is sorted, then AF is also sorted. Okay? Correcto? Perfecto? See, over here, root 41 will be the distance, by the way. If you solve it, root 41 will be the distance. Okay, lambda is 24 by 5. How come it is coming there? 24 by 5. Okay. Anyway, the next question on your screen is from the world of integration, and this is from 2 classic integral. How many of you know this? How many of you know this? E power x, f of x plus f dash x integral dx is nothing but e power x f of x. You know what? Whenever you see indefinite integration and e power x involves, high possibility that this kind of question is there. All we have to do is e power x, you remove it, and whatever is left out, which is 2 minus x square upon square root of 1 plus x, and this is what? Square root of 1 minus x cube. Okay, so can we do square root of 1 minus, so this is going to be square root of 1 minus x and 1 minus x. Correct or not? See, cube means what? Cube means power 2 and power 1. Power 2 means square and root cancel, and this is power 1, right? Okay, so now I will try to make this, I will try to write in the form of fx plus f dash x. Okay, so now it is going to be 1 plus 1 minus x square. Correct? Separated out. Now same thing, square root of 1 plus x, square root of 1 minus x. Basically, sorry, this is going to be, if you combine these two, 1 minus x square and 1 minus x. Over here again, 1 minus x square square root and 1 minus x. Okay, so this is 1 upon again square root 1 minus x square, and it is going to be what? 1 minus x. Here if you solve it, this is plus square root 1 minus x square upon 1 minus x. Okay, so if you try understand what is fx, what is f dash x. One should be fx and other should be f dash x. Okay. Yes. One should be fx and other should be f dash x. And your answer will be what? E power x fx. Let us take this as fx. Let me try. So 1 minus x whole square, 1 minus x, 1 upon 2 root 1 minus x minus 1 plus, sorry, minus. Quotient rule, this is fx. Are we getting this as fx? Let me check. And negative sign over here, and the next thing is I have taken this as x, right? This time 1 minus x square root 1 minus x square is kept constant, and this is plus. Okay. So now this is going to be 1 minus x whole square, okay, and this is going to be what? Oops, 3 and cube. No, I think this is wrong. This is not fx, this should be fx, yes. Okay, so this is fx, and other will be f dash x. That's it. Okay. Paper level. See, paper level is easy, but if you are going to ask me that, the difficulty lies in the lengthiness of the paper, not the difficulty level. The questions are doable. Can you see? This also is slightly doable. Okay. All right. I think yes, lambda is 24 by 9. Yes, you check it out. Lambda could be 24 by 9. So calculation you can check, okay. Yes, f of x is equals to this. Okay, so fx is continuous at x is equals to 3 by 2. So for that, fx is continuous at minus 3 by 2, right? So minus 3, I think this is minus. So fb is going to be f of minus 3 by 2 over here. So you just have to put the minus 3 by 2, okay? So minus 3 by 2 is going to be this. Minus 3 by 2 if you write over here, I guess this is going to be 0, correct or not? Minus 3 by 2, yes, absolutely. Minus 3 by 2 if I put, what will I get? 9. Minus 3 by 2 if I put over here, what will I get? 6. And yes, absolutely. So that means minus 3 by 2 will give denominator 0. Okay. What does that mean? I can use L'Hopital as well. Okay. If I use L'Hopital, what do I get? 2ax plus 2a whole upon 8x plus 4. Okay. If you take 2 common, this is going to be ax plus a upon this. If you take again 2 common from here, 4x plus 2. Correct or not? Yes. Now put minus 3 by 2. You will get minus 3 by 2. So minus 3 by 2a plus a whole upon minus 3 by 2 over here. So this is going to be minus 6 plus 2. So minus 4. So this is going to be 1 minus 3 by 2 is minus half and minus 4. So 1 upon 8a. A by 8. A by 8. So this is a by 8. That is first equation. One more thing, since you putting minus 3 by 2 over here, this is becoming 0. So minus 3 by 2, if you put it over here, this should also get 0. So a into minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 2a and minus 3 by 2 plus 3 should be 0. Okay. So 9 by 4a square minus 3a plus 3 is equals to 0. So solve these two equations. See, from here you will get the value of a. Yes, absolutely, Louis. You are absolutely wrong. Right. Get the value of a from here. If a is sorted, then you can get the value of b from here. And once a and b are sorted, then what you can do is you can figure out f of x is equals to 7 by 5. Right? F of x you can calculate, no? Basically all you have to do is you have to actually equate. See, f of x means what? af square plus 2af plus 3 whole upon 4f square plus 4f minus 3 should be 7 by 5. Solve it, get the value of f. Okay, and f is what? This only, so with a, right? So this you can actually put it over here. And you know what? Let me tell you, your fx, once your a and a is sorted, please understand, now this is very critical. This will save your time. Once you get the value of a now, you will realize that, and you know what? If basically minus 3 by 2 is the root. Okay, if minus 3 by 2 is the root, then product of roots and sum of roots I can't do. I think that's the only way. Yes. I was trying to make it slightly easy. Get the value of a. Once you get the value of a, you will realize that that one factor will get cancelled out and fx is going to be linear by linear. Linear by linear. Once it is linear by linear, see, quadratic by quadratic is difficult. Linear by linear once you get now, then the f of x calculation will be much easier. Okay, so you don't have to go with this. Once you get a from here, factorize this, cancel out one term, linear by linear you will get, and eventually your answer will be sorted. Okay, next, if we have, yes, we have this question. I think it is going to be the last question from mathematics, then physics is going to happen, right? Okay. Coefficient of x square, and very good question, lengthy question I would say. Mathematics is not at all easy in this shift. It is moderate because of questions are lengthy. That's it. Okay. Right. Coefficient of x square and x cube are in arithmetic progression. Okay. So 1 plus x, please understand, I'll open this. 2x square plus x power 4. And 1 plus x power n, I'll open it. So it is going to be 1 plus nx plus nc2x square plus nc3x cube and so on. Correct? Now let me figure out how can I get coefficient of x. So ma'am, x you can get if you multiply 1 with this n. Okay. X you can get if you multiply, that's it. X coefficient is n, right? No other way to get x, correct? Yes. Now coefficient of x square, how will you get? So ma'am, x square into 1, so this is 2. Then x square into 1, so nc2 plus nc2. And you know what? X into x. So x into x is not there, that's it. Coefficient of x cube, everybody. Coefficient of x cube you will get nc3 into 1. X square into x, so plus 2n. Plus x square into x, 2n, correct? And you know what? X cube is also done. That's it. Is that it? X square into x cannot be possible. Okay, I think that's it. Yes. So these are the three coefficients. This is in arithmetic progression, right? So arithmetic progression means 2 times 2n, n minus 1 by 2 plus, equals to n plus nc3, n minus 1, n minus 2 by 6 plus 2n. This is the equation that you need to solve. Okay. Solve this equation. You will get the value of n. I guess this is going to be a cubic equation. So value of n you can get, right? This is the cubic equation. Value of n will be 2, 3, 4, right? N is going to be 2, 3, 4. Slightly calculative cubic equation you have to solve, right? 2, 3, 4. Sum of all the values of n is what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Option A will be absolutely correct. Okay. This is condition of AP, right? Double of middle is equals to sum of two extremes. Okay. All right. This is going to be the last question. And yes, absolutely, Louis. Now, I'll call Shreyas sir. Physics will be discussed. And yes. All right.
Welcome back, guys. Good afternoon. This is your Captain Shreyas. We had discussed, I think, around 5 questions, and now we are on to the 6th question of physics. So let's begin. Hi, Ashwini. Good evening and good afternoon. How was your exam, everyone? Yeah, the physics paper was moderate to tough. Maths also moderate to lengthy, whatever. And chemistry was easy to moderate. That's what I got to know. Hi, Pratik. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my dear. Yeah. Vanakkam, Namaskara, Namaskaram, and the Riki. Yeah, let's begin. In the diagram, strain is plotted with the stress, x-axis 4 metals passing through the origin elastic linear region. Which material has greatest Young's modulus? Now, Young's modulus by formula is nothing but the stress divided by strain. This is strain versus stress. So the slope in this case is strain by your stress, which is nothing but 1 by Young's modulus. So it is very clear, if you want the greatest of Young's modulus, you should take the smallest of the slopes. The smallest slope is for the graph D. Is that right? Hi Red 7530, good afternoon. Option D is the right answer. Usually these are stress strain graphs. They have flipped the y with x and x with y. Yes, answer D. Hi Rohit, good afternoon. Moving on to the next question on your screen. There is a frame formed by, this is a lengthy question, good question. 4 solid cylinders, each cylinder length L, mass M. Find the moment of inertia of the frame over the y-axis, lying the plane of the frame and joining the centers on the opposite cylinders. Do I have space? Let me check. No. Let me do one thing. Let me open this note and try to do it because there is no space over here. All right. Because the answer comes out as on the next slide, this one. But how do you get to this answer? That is very important. So let's have a look at it. So what happens is, in this particular question, you have 4 cylinders like this. Like this, and the axis is this one. This is the axis about which you are trying to rotate it. Question is, what is the moment of inertia? So what you can do is first find the moment of inertia of these two separate and these two separate, and then you can solve the question. So let's label them. Let's call this one second cylinder, third cylinder, fourth cylinder. Now if you concentrate on the first and the third cylinder, here is what you are going to see. So if you just concentrate on the first and the third cylinder, this is how it is. And your axis is somewhere over here. Axis is somewhere over here. This is either one or the third cylinder. Now, when you rotate the cylinder about the central axis, I know the formula is m r square divided by 2, just like the disk. But now you are going to shift it, and I think the side of that particular square was also given to you. Something, the side of that cylinder, whatever, each cylinder has a length of L. Okay, so that means this length is L. So this distance is also L by 2, because from one to this axis or from this axis to the third cylinder, this distance is half the length. Correct, guys? Yeah, this entire thing is basically your L. So this axis to this cylinder is L by 2. So from this you will get the moment of inertia of one. The moment of inertia of one is nothing but moment of inertia about center of mass. So this is center of mass moment of inertia plus mass multiplied by the shift square. So the mass is nothing but m only. The shift is nothing but L by 2 whole square. But even the third cylinder will have the same inertia by symmetry. So the moment of inertia of 1 and 3 together will be 2 times moment of inertia of the first cylinder. So 2 times of mr square by 2 plus ml square by 4. So this will just become mr square plus ml square divided by 2. So that is the moment of inertia of 1 and 3 together. Everyone, till this point absolutely clear? Okay. Now let us focus on these two cylinders. Now for that, the logic goes as follows. So if you consider, let's say, the top cylinder, let's say you consider this particular cylinder out here. The axis is this one. Remember, this is the axis, correct? Now, if you write the moment of inertia of a rod, which is L meters long, then the moment of inertia will be ml square by 12. But this is not a thin rod. This rod has a radius of r. Yes, the length is L. This is the center of mass axis. So it will be ml square by 12. But once the radius comes into picture, you cannot use ml square by 12. There is an additional term which comes, and that is mr square divided by 4. This is the concept. Now, how do you remember this formula? I have an idea. See, if it was a thin rod, then R will be negligible. So then the formula will become ml square by 12 plus negligible term, which is exactly what you would expect the answer to be. Now, imagine if the length of the rod was very small. So, if the rod is small, like almost a disc, L will be tending to 0. Then the formula will be, because length will be small, the first term will be 0. The next term will be mr square by 4. Basically, it will be just like a disc, and this is the axis. And I know this is the diametrical axis. And for a diametrical axis, the moment of inertia is mr square by 4. Mr square by 2 is for the central axis. Mr square by 4 is the diametrical axis. So, if L is 0, then mr square by 4. If R is 0, then ml square by 12. So, if both are non-zero, both the terms will come in the final formula. That's how I remember the answer. Understood the trick, guys? Everyone? Did you love the trick which I have explained how to remember the moment of inertia of a not so small or not so thin rod, which is having some radius or diameter and has some length? Okay. Now that is the moment of inertia of this particular rod. Length, okay, L, radius, okay, R, right? There you go. But there are two such rods. Remember that. So the moment of inertia of 2 and 4 will be 2 times of ml square by 12 plus mr square by 4, which will make it ml square by 6 plus mr square by 2. That is 2 and 4. Now the final answer will be the total moment of inertia will be moment of inertia of 1 and 3 plus moment of inertia of 2 and 4. So you just need to add both of them. So here we got mr square plus ml square by 2, mr square plus ml square by 2 from the previous slide, right? And from this particular slide we got ml square by 6 plus mr square divided by 2. You can see mr square plus mr square by 2 will be 3 by 2 mr square and all of that. So that is why you are going to get 3 by 2 mr square plus 2 by 3 ml square. That's how you get the answer. Okay, so this will just give you 2 by 3 ml square plus 3 by 2 mr square. So it's a very good question on moment of inertia. If you do not know this formula or how this comes, then you will be stuck in the question. Yeah, loved this question. So these are new models of questions which have been coming in the JEE Mains examination. Alright, moving on to the next question. In yesterday's shift also there was a question on wavelength on Snell's law. Today also there is a question but on critical angle and refractive index. So Snell's law questions have been repeated multiple times. So let's see how do we solve this particular question. So first of all, critical angle is asked. A and B speeds are given. What is the critical angle? So we all know sine of that critical angle is 1 by refractive index, and refractive index speed of light in first medium upon speed of light in second medium. We know sine of any angle, whatever you do will be definitely less than 1 unless it is 90 degrees, so less than equal to 1. So you should have bigger speed on the numerator, smaller speed on the denominator. Out of these two, the bigger speed is 2.7 into 10 to the power 8. The smaller speed has to be 2.4 into 10 to the power 8. Many kids I know in the exam got confused, sir, will it be this by this or this by this? My advice is, in the exam, okay, you are not able to think so much, think no logically. Sine angle, sine of anything should be less than 1. So the bigger value should be always below, not 2.7. So bigger of these two is nothing but 2.7 into 10 to the power 8, and the smaller is 2.4 into 10 to the power 8, not the other way around. So many kids got confused, what should I keep on the top, what should I keep below? So my advice is just make the sign smaller than 1, that's all. So hence it will be just 2.4 by 2.7. So the critical angle will be sine inverse of 2.4 by 2.7. So 2.4 by 2.7 sine inverse, which is B option. Got it, everyone? Amazing, amazing. So that was your question number 8. Moving on to the next question. There is a rod placed horizontally, falls in a magnetic field of so much Gauss, the rod has been fallen by 200 meters. What is the EMF generated? Motional EMF question. So in a motional EMF problem, the EMF induced is BLV. Magnetic field is 0.5 Gauss. A Gauss is 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. The length is 20 centimeters, meaning 0.2 meters. Only thing remaining is the velocity. Velocity is root of 2gh. So it will be nothing but 2 into 10 into height. Height is nothing but 200 meters. So 2 2s are 4. So 4 is there, 100 and one more 0 is there. So root of this, root of 4 is 2, root of 100 is 10. So 20 root 10. 20 root 10 is the velocity. Just check this out, 20 root 10. So just put over here velocity as 20 root of 10. There you go. So from this 2 into 5 is 10, one decimal gets swallowed. This decimal will be swallowed by that 0. So basically 2 is there, root of 10 is there, into 10 to the power minus 4 is also there. Yeah, that's it. So 2 root 10 into 10 to the power minus 4. If you want, we can write it as 200 root of 10 into 10 to the power negative 6 volts, which is 200 root of 10. 10 raised to minus 6 is micro, so microvolt. So option A is the right answer. Yes, Lewis. Perfect. Yeah. Is that absolutely clear? All right, Sinisa, you made that mistake. So hopefully you got it corrected by the real exam came. Okay, cool. Shall we move ahead to the next question on your screen? Yeah, option A is the right one. This kind of question, you remember whenever capacitor is filled with dielectric medium and it is in a specific combination of series parallel. So different materials are there. Between these 2 points, find out the effective capacitance. I'll tell you what will happen in this kind of question. So if you want, I'll just probably take a new slide over here. So like this, and internally you have something like this, Now the dielectric constants are also given to me. K1 is 3, K2 is 5, 3, 5 and 4. Okay, so this is basically 3, this is 5 and this is 4 dielectric constant wise. I think this is A by 2, A by 2, D by 2, D by 2. Okay, so everything is perfect. Okay, so this is one of the plates going here. This is one of the plates going over here. So this can be converted into, this entire thing can be converted into the following. You think of it as if there is one capacitor here and there are two capacitors side by side like this. In parallel, and then it is connected here. So this is the equivalent diagram. This is the first terminal, this is the last terminal, and now you have a dielectric of medium 3. This is 5, constant 5, and this is 4. That's it. So these are basically your capacitors, guys. These are your capacitors with those respective dielectric mediums. These two are in parallel, their combination is in series with this one. So find out each capacitance and your job is done. So let's start with this guy. So capacitance 1 will be epsilon naught into 3, because dielectric constant is 3, into area is half, A by 2, divided by the distance between the plates is also D by 2. Why? If this is D, this is D by 2. If this is A, this is area by 2. So that will give me 3 times epsilon naught A divided by D. 2 will get cancelled. This capacitance will be epsilon naught into dielectric constant into A by 2 divided by D by 2. So that will give me 5 epsilon naught A by D. Now these two are in parallel. So C12 will be C1 plus C2 because they are in parallel. So that will be nothing but 3 plus 5 epsilon naught A by D, which is 8 epsilon naught A divided by D. The last one is this third capacitor over here. So C3 will be epsilon naught into 4 into area is complete A, this entire area. Distance between the plates is D by 2. So that will be 8 times epsilon naught A divided by D. Now comes the final answer, the total capacitance, because these two are in series, it will be nothing but C12 into C3 divided by C12 plus C3, but coincidence, both of them are same in value. So if both of them are in same in value, let's say x into x divided by x plus x, this will be nothing but x by 2. So therefore, I can say if I assume this one as x, even this is also x. So it is nothing but 8 epsilon naught a divided by d by 2. So it will become 4 epsilon naught a divided by d. Understood, guys? Yeah. So that is how you do this particular problem, which is option number C, of course. Cool, guys? Yeah. That's how you solve this question. You should identify who are in series and who are in parallel. See, if the current enters here, this first capacitor, the third capacitor rather, K3 will come first, and then after that K1 and K2 will bifurcate the current, spread the current in both of them. So these two are in parallel and their combination is in series with them because the current will flow like this. That's all. Yeah, love the question, guys. Shall we go ahead to the next one coming up on your screen, and here it comes. In a LCR circuit, the voltage is given by this particular function. 5 is the amplitude, 100 is omega, T is time basically. I max is 50 milliamperes. Find the value of capacitance given R is this much, L is given this much. To find capacitance, I think we will need either the voltages or something. But first, before that, let's try to figure out how much was the impedance of the circuit. Maybe we'll get some idea. So if you ask me what is the impedance, impedance is the total voltage, V is IR, right? So V is I into R, so V by I. So if this is V max, this will be also I max. And I know what is the maximum voltage, which is 5. I know what is the maximum current, which is 50 milli, that is 10 to the power negative 3. This will become 1 by 10 to the power minus 2. That means it is 100 ohm. Oh, impedance is 100 ohm. And resistance is also 100 ohm. Also, resistance is 100 ohm. This clearly means it is in resonance, because in resonance, Z is equal to R. Once you identify it is in resonance, how many of you were able to see this in the exam? Mohana, the live will be tonight at around 8 o'clock. Okay? Because we will take the evening shift questions also and we will analyze them. It will take some time. That's why we are starting it at 8 o'clock, not 7 o'clock, because it takes some time for getting those questions, and then we will be taking up a power session for booster session for 24th January and 20th January students. From this, because it is resonance, omega will be 1 by root of LC, and we have to find out C, L is given and omega is right over here. So 100 is equal to 1 by root of inductance is 2 and you have capacitance. Square both sides, this will become 10 raised to 4 is 1 by 2C. So 2C will be 10 raised to minus 4. Therefore, C will be 1 by 2, which is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 farads. If you want to write it in microfarads, so shift the decimal 2 times. So it will become 50 into 10 to the power minus 6 farads, which is nothing but 50 microfarad. Yeah, I hope this is clear why you get the answer as 50 microfarad. Yes, Akshat Mishra, yes, perfect. The answer is 50 microfarad. Yeah, perfect. Great. Amazing, amazing. Let's move to the next question, guys, on your screen. Okay. Two blocks of mass 15 kilos and 25 kilos moving towards each other undergo inelastic collision. They stick to each other. If specific heat is S, the change in the temperature is how much? So in an inelastic collision, energy is going to be released because there will be energy loss in terms of kinetic energy, and then that energy goes as heat is the question. So if two masses are going in the opposite direction, 15 kg and 25 kg, speed of 6 and 10, after the collision, it will become one combined mass. 15 plus 25 is 40 kg, and they will go with one common speed. So conserve momentum, and see what you will get. initial momentum 25 m into v, so 25 into 10 minus, because this is opposite in direction, minus 15 into 6 is equal to total mass 40 into v because of inelastic collision. This will be 250 minus 90 is equal to 40 v, cancelling the 0, 25 minus 9 is equal to 4 v. So this is nothing but 16. So 16 is equal to 4 v. So v is equal to 4 meters per second. Now from this you find out the loss of energy. Yes, the loss of kinetic energy is half into masses which are like 15 into 6 square plus half into 25 into 10 square minus half into total mass which is 40 multiplied by 4 square. This kinetic energy will be equal to mc delta t or ms delta t. Here the mass is 40, s is s into delta t. So I've used ms delta t formula, guys. That's it. So s is I think not given, or in terms of s only you will get it. So from this you will get delta t is equal to something by something, and that's how you get the answer. S value was not known, but maybe if you know the value of s, then you can get it. Is that okay? Understood, guys, how to solve this question? So this value you have to find it out, and that will be equal to ms delta t. The heat will be coming from the loss of kinetic energy. That is how you do it. All right. Next question, guys, on your screen. A wire with uniform resistance, uniform for unit length lambda, okay, lambda is ohms per meter, is bent into a circle of radius r, is attached with a quadrant whose length is 2r as shown. Find the equivalent resistance between A and B. I think what they mean to say is like this. This is that circle, this is that quadrant, I think, some quadrant like this, okay, something like this, something. This is that point B, this is that point A. Question is find the resistance between A and B, and what is given to me is lambda ohms per meter, and this wire length is 2r, and this radius is given to be r. Okay, so first of all, find out where are all resistances are there and which format or which arrangement they are in. If you notice, current entering A will bifurcate into two branches, collect over here, and then go serially into B. So this diagram actually can be converted into a much simpler diagram, something like this. From point A, you have one resistance here, you have one resistance here, like this. These are two semicircles, and at this joint, after this, you have one more resistance over here till this particular point B. I will label these resistances. If I call this x1, this will be also x1. This is, let's say, x2. So these two are in parallel and in series with the third resistance. So how much is x1? x1 is nothing but the length of the semicircle multiplied by resistance per unit meter. So length of the semicircle is just nothing but pi r and into lambda. So x1 is basically lambda pi r, or pi r into lambda. Next thing, what will you do? You will also find out what is x2. x2, already the length was given to be 2r. So 2r multiplied by lambda. That's it. So 2r lambda. Now these two x1s are in parallel. So if you combine them both together, their effective resistance, effective parallel resistance will be nothing but x1 by 2. So it will be nothing but pi r lambda divided by 2. Now comes the total resistance. So total resistance between A and B, because they are in series, so it will be x1 by 2 plus your x2. x1 by 2 is pi r lambda by 2, and x2 is nothing but 2r lambda. So if you want, you can take r and lambda common, and you will be left with 1 by 2 plus 2, of course. So that will be the answer, but I think 1 by 2 also has this pi over here. So pi by 2 plus 2. That's it. Captain, join B to the circle. Acha, if B was also joined to the circle, then it will be just like this it was. Okay, if this is A and this is B, then this will be like two resistors here in parallel, and then again two resistors here in parallel, and then their combination in series. That's it. That is the only difference. Each of them will be lambda into pi r, lambda into pi r, lambda into pi r, lambda into pi r. In that case, parallel will be lambda pi r divided by 2, and this will be also lambda pi r divided by 2. So final answer will be lambda pi r. So if it was two circles, then it will be just this, assuming point A and B was here. Otherwise, obviously answer will change. Got it? Okay, devil. I hope this was the question. Maybe, I don't know, because these are all memory based. Depends on how much the kids actually remember after the examination. Okay. Anyways, moving on to the next question on your screen. A simple pendulum of length 3 meters completes 20 oscillations in 10 seconds. Another pendulum completes 40 oscillations in the same time. Find the length of the second pendulum. So let's do this. If you talk about the first pendulum, length is 3, and we know the time period is 2 pi root of L by G. So it completes 20 oscillations in 10 seconds. So time period will be 20 oscillations in 10 seconds. So you take the time of 10 seconds and divide it by 20. So per oscillation, this many seconds are required. Is that right? Okay, is equal to 2 pi root of L. L is how much? L is how much? 3. So 2 pi root of 3 by G. Now for the second part. The second pendulum, 40 oscillations, but we do not know the length. So in the same time, so the time is 10 seconds, it completes 40 oscillations, is equal to 2 pi root of L divided by G. Now the next step is obviously dividing this with this. So you will get 10 by 20 divided by 10 by 40. 2 pi will cancel, even root G will cancel. You can see that. So root of 3 divided by L. 10 cancel, so it will become 40 by 20. So 40 by 20 is equal to root of 3 by L. So this is 2 by 1 is equal to root of 3 by L. Squaring both sides, 4 by 1 is 3 by L. So L will be 3 by 4, which is 0.75 meters. 0.75 meters will be the answer. Got it? Yes, Jatin, that is the right answer, man. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Maybe this particular question, Zener diode question, guys. See if this question came in your examination, right? So we have solved, by the way, this kind of question. I'm not sure if this exact same PYQ repeated. Maybe the values were different. You guys should tell me. I'm so glad, Nabil, and congratulations for your preparation for JEE Advanced now. Yep. So my dear warriors, in this question it is clearly mentioned that the current through the Zener diode maximum is 4 times the load current. The load current is 5 milliamperes. So if the load current is given to be 5 milliamperes, the current through the Zener diode is given to be 4 times the load current. So it will be 4 multiplied by 5, which will be 20 milliamperes. Using Kirchhoff's law, the current through the series resistance, which is this one, this is the series resistance over here, will be, it will be nothing but whatever current is going through the Zener diode plus current which is going through the, what is that, load current. Why? Because this same current will bifurcate into 2 branches. So it will be 20 plus 5, which is nothing but 25 milliamperes. I was able to get this using Kirchhoff's current law. Now is the last step. See guys, total voltage applied is 25 volts. Zener diode can accommodate 5 volts, it is given. So out of 25 volts, just imagine this is totally 25 volts. 5 volts is in this parallel part, load and Zener diode. So the remaining, the series resistance will have how many volts? 20 volts. Because 25, from it 5 went off, how much is the remaining? 20 volts. So using Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, this is your Ohm's law. So voltage is 20, current is 25 milli, so minus 3 power of 10, and the resistance is what I do not know. So resistance will be 20 by 25, which is 4 by 5 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, so 4 by 5 is nothing but 0.8 into 10 to the power 3, so which is nothing but 800 ohms. So the answer for the series resistance is 800 ohms. This kind of question has been done many times and also as a PYQ in this channel by me. Sir, I am in first year. First year means 11th standard. No, because first year in our layman terms means first year of engineering. If you are in first year and you are getting the answers, it's a very good sign. Very good sign. Okay. Yes, there is a special session tonight, and after that also we'll plan something maybe on Monday or Sunday or something like that. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Yeah. This is the answer, my dear warriors. Moving on to the next particular problem on your screen. EM wave, field equation, average power per unit area. How many of you remember shift number 2, 22nd Jan, yesterday, CIVIM question came, but for magnetic field. Their intensity was given, magnetic field was asked. Same model getting repeated, guys. So intensity, power of a wave is being asked. So be careful about it. Okay, so 2-3 times this has come. This is the third time, I think. One more shift had, I think, power related question, if I'm not wrong. So guys, please do it. I have discussed this even during our revisions and problem solving mock tests. So first of all, average power per unit area means intensity, means indirect way of saying intensity whose unit is watts per meter square. That is the unit. And intensity in terms of field is half epsilon naught E square, which is the energy density formula, multiplied by the speed of light. For magnetic field terms, it is half B square by mu naught into C. There is a very small difference in that. That's all. This is energy density into speed of light. For magnetism also same formula will work. Magnetic energy density into speed of light. Anyways, coming back over here, I know epsilon naught is nothing but 8.85 into 10 to the power negative 12. Electric field amplitude is this number. So 300, and so this is 300 square, speed of light, yeah, standard, 3 into 10 to the power 8. So solving this, you will get the intensity. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So you'll get the answer as close to 120 SI units. Moving on to the, yeah, see the solution is done exactly same. You get 119.5. If it was a numeric question, maybe 120 will be the numerical answer. Moving on, oh, answer is there. Ferromagnetic substances are divided into large number of small regions called as domain, each of which is spontaneously magnetized. Yes. So in a ferromagnetic material, which is a permanent magnet, whose relative permeability is very high, there are permanent domains which are formed, and these domains, you will see all the magnetic moments are aligned in a particular direction, and this comes from quantum coupling and all of that. So yes, each domain has regions of magnetic field with specific alignment, so assertion is true. Then above the Curie temperature, the thermal agitation overcomes the tendency of the moments to align, causing the disappearance of ferromagnetism. Yes, Curie temperature is that temperature after which a ferromagnetic material, which is a permanent magnet, converts itself into a temporary magnet, which is basically a paramagnetic substance. So you will see there is a graph also where you have susceptibility drawn versus the temperature, and you will see for a ferromagnetic material it is very high, and after a specific temperature it follows an inverse law. This temperature is called as the Curie temperature, and it happens because when you increase the temperature, the domains break because of the thermal energy, and you will see it will convert itself into temporary magnet, which is a paramagnetic. Hence it is the correct reason. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, is that clear, guys, this question? Yeah, but is it explaining this? No, this is something else, this is something else. So guys, this is not the right explanation. I mean, magnetic domains are there, fine. Thermal agitation makes ferromagnetic to paramagnetic, fine. You are telling me two different things, but they are not explaining each other. So guys, definitely this is wrong. Okay. Question 15, options could be different, man, because we do not know what the exact options are, but yeah, so these are memory based questions. two spring mass systems are suspended in equilibrium, energy of the first block is E, energy of the second block is how much? K ratio. So it's a ratio problem. Whenever I see ratio problem, I try to get a generic formula, and in the end I will substitute everything. I'll generally try to do that. So if I have a spring and a block over here, this is K, this is M. So there will be mg force down. So the spring force will be upwards. So energy is asked. So there will be some kind of extension, and spring force equals to the weight of the block. So weight of the block is mg. Spring force is nothing but kx. Okay. Next, energy. Energy is nothing but half kx square. So I have an idea. Why not do like this? Kx whole square divided by k, one and the same thing. Kx is nothing but mg. So mg whole square divided by 2k. So from this we get this energy as m square by k g square by 2. Now this is very important because I have converted it into the given problem statement. Energy is given, masses are given, spring constants are given. So taking the ratios will be much easier. G and 2 are constants. So now take the ratio. So energy 2 by energy 1, because energy is proportional to mass square, so it will become m2 by m1 the whole square, inversely proportional to the spring constant, so k1 by k2. So u2 I do not know, u1 is nothing but E, it is given. Energy of the second block is asked, first block is E. So what is this? m2 by m1, right? m2 by m1, m2 is 200, so 200 by 100, and this is basically whole square, k1 by k2, so from here 4ka is equal to 3kb. So guys, ka by kb, notice ka by kb will be 3 on the top, 4 goes below. So this will be nothing but 3 by 4, guys, that's it. So 200, this 0 will cancel, 2 square is 4 into 3 by 4. So that will be number 3. So u2 will be 3 times of E, this E will go on the top. So 3E will be the answer, but I think some mistake in the options out here, but that should be the answer, guys. Yeah. How many of you got 3E? Just let me know if these were the options. If these were the options, just check this out. So m2 by m1, yeah, m2 by m1 is over here, and this will be k1 by k2, m2 is 200, m1 is 100. This is nothing but k1 by k2, inverse relation, g and 2 are constants, perfect. So this is 2 square, which is 4, 3 by 4, perfect, 4, 4 cancels, answer is 3 times of the energy. Energy of the first block versus energy of the second block. Alright, yes, that is the answer, guys, perfect. Moving on to the next question, number 19. Yes, there was this last question which came out. Okay. Two masses m and 2m are attached to the ends of a massless rod. The angular momentum is L about center of mass. Find the value of angular velocity. This is a much simpler question to the previous question which was asked yesterday, where two masses come from the opposite sides, get stuck, and the rod begins to rotate. So angular momentum of a rod with masses or conservation is going to come for the next shift or for tomorrow or for 28. So be mentally prepared. Yes, moment of inertia, they are not asking simpler questions, they are asking moderate to difficult questions. So please be prepared for that. Okay, so moment of inertia and angular momentum with conservation are two important rotational motion topics, 100%. So as you can see over here, what is it? Our rod is massless. There are two masses, m and 2m. So we'll first figure out if this total length is how much? L, or I don't know. I'll just assume this as small l. Okay. So where will the center of mass be? It will be more towards this particular guy. So the ratio in which the masses are is 1:2. So the distance will be in 2:1. So divide L in 2:1. So naturally this will be L by 3. This will be 2L by 3. So remember this, the center of mass divides the distance in inverse ratio of the masses. So when I have to divide L, I will divide it not in the ratio of 1:2, rather 2:1. 2:1. So you will make 3 parts of L. So there will be 2 parts over here of L by 3 and 1 part of L by 3 over here. That's how you divide it. So this is basically the center of mass. Now coming back to the original problem, you are rotating it with omega. So angular momentum is moment of inertia of that system multiplied by omega. So moment of inertia of m mass will be m into r square, which is 2l by 3 whole square, plus this mass 2m into l by 3 and then square this whole thing into omega. That's all, guys. So ml square is obviously common along with that omega, so leave it outside. So over here you have 4 by 9 and plus here you have 2 by 9, of course. Is that right? 3 square is 9, 3 square is 9, perfect. So 4 plus 2 is 6, so it will become ml square omega multiplied by 6 by 9 is equal to L. Okay, so L will be equal to ml square omega. 6 by 9 is nothing but 2 by 3, so 2 by 3 times. What is the value of omega, they have asked? So omega will be nothing but 3 angular momentum divided by mass into the length square, and 2 will come below. So that is the value of omega, guys. I don't know the numerical values which were asked, but that is how you will get it. Cool. So that was the last question which I had. Yes, 3 ml by 2 ml square. Perfect. So I think now Namrata ma'am will come and the last part of the mathematics will be done. Okay. Yes, there are sessions for 24th, shift, 24th January shift tonight. So there will be a very important session where all the previous questions, models will be collected and will solve and will show which important things you should remember, what are the things that you should now concentrate on based on the previous shifts for 24th January and 28th January. So that is a very important session. Okay, cool. So Namrata ma'am will be coming now.
Hello, yes everybody. So let's start with the rest of the questions of chemistry. Yes everyone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what just happened? I just forgot to do one thing. I forgot to send the PPT. Just let me see. Okay. Let me just see if 133 I have sent that, na? But it is in PDF. Just give me a second, okay? I'll just send this again. Okay, so everybody in the chat box, do let me know if I am clearly visible and audible to all of you. Let me just import the file here and then we'll start with the rest of the questions, right? Okay, everyone. Yes, are you ready? Ready. Let's see rest of the questions of the chemistry part, right? Okay. So, if you see this here, right, I'll just import it here only. So, if you see this here, where are you? Ma'am, you're audible. Perfect, everyone. So, let's see that what we have now. Okay, so what we have here, wait a minute. Question number 6 we have done. Now, I'll do question number 7. This we have done. Question number 8 also we have done, right? So, we are at question number 9. So, what is it? It is, we have a binary solution is formed by mixing acetone and CS2. So, acetone and CS2 is a positive deviation, right? So, positive deviation is this graph, right? No, but here what you have, wait a minute, this is also positive deviation. This is also positive deviation. This is also positive deviation. Here what you have, a binary solution is formed by mixing this. Here what you have, CS2 has this pressure and acetone has this pressure, right? Here acetone has more pressure as compared to CS2, right? So CS2 will have more pressure as compared to acetone. So that is why answer is going to be A is the correct answer here. Otherwise C and D are to obviously eliminated from here, right? Okay. Next question is, consider the following reaction here and they are asking you, let's say this is P, this is Q and what is formed here, right? So what will be there? Now, this is basically Hofmann-Bromamide degradation. Again, Hofmann-Bromamide degradation question is again repeated here, right? Okay. Then you have, this is carbylamine reaction. So, you know what it must be? It must be, for Hofmann-Bromamide degradation, this must be amide. If this is amide, it is formed after reaction with ammonia, then this must be acid. So, that means this is the correct answer here. Acid, when it is reacted with ammonia, it forms CONH2, which further by Hofmann-Bromamide degradation becomes aniline, and that further forms isocyanide, because isocyanide is formed by carbylamine reaction of primary amine. So answer will be D is the correct answer here, right? Okay, everyone, right, everybody? Okay, so now you can see it again. In amines, they are asking you the questions, guys. Amines, they are asking you the questions. They are asking the questions from amines, hydrocarbons. Usually this is alkyne part they are asking you. They are asking question based on aldol condensation. So these are some organic reaction. Organic is very scoring, right? For this, they are not asking very difficult questions from organic. They are asking doable questions. So you must do organic. I have given you already important naming reactions and distinguished test PPT. Do that. That is, you can score full marks in organic chemistry, right? Now here, now we can see one question that is based on CFSC. Now, based on CFSC, they are asking you questions, right? Again, hot topics only they are asking. Now you have chromium and cobalt. Whenever I talk about chromium, here it will be +3 oxidation state. Cobalt is also +3 because oxalate is nothing but x minus x is equals to -3. That is nothing but x is equals to +3 in both the cases. Chromium is nothing but chromium is 4s1 3d5. Cobalt is nothing but it is 4s2 3d7. Now when you take out 3 electrons here, chromium 3 positive will become 3d3, cobalt 3 positive will become 3d6. Now what you will have here, you will have 1, 2, T2G, this is T2G, T2G, EG, EG, because coordination number is 6. 1, 2, 3, here it will be 1, 2, 3. Oxalate with cobalt, this is an exception. It behaves as a strong field ligand. So that is why it will cause the pairing. So now can you see in T2G, it is multiplied by T2G, electrons are multiplied by minus 0.4 delta naught. So answer in case of chromium plus 3 will be 3 multiplied by this. Because in EG it is 0 only, so we will not write it there. That will be plus or 0.6, that will not write. Cobalt is also, this is 6 minus this delta naught. They are asking you to take the ratio of both of them. This will cancel out, ratio will be 1 by 2. So answer is going to be 1 by 2. The ratio of CFSE of 1 to second, answer is going to be 1 by 2 is the correct answer here. Right, everybody? Tell me, is that clear? So based on CFSE, they are asking you. And very high prediction is, yesterday I told you that in the last shifts, they were asking a lot of questions on exceptional trends. Too many questions were there. So today they are moving towards CFSE. So maybe in evening shift, right, that is going on right now. Maybe it is hybridization and all, right? And tomorrow also the chances of hybridization shapes is more, right? Now this question is, consider the following reactions. This reaction is given to you. So you have SnHCl here. You have hydrolysis. So what is happening here? It is giving rise to this is what we have here. SnHCl means what you will have C double bond NH2. This is also H. After this you will do hydrolysis. This will be converted to this thing, right? That is, it will be converted to propanol, right? Now on ozonolysis of this part, this is double bond, it will break, it will give you CH3, C double bond OH. So now they are saying that A and B are mixed, one is propanol, one is ethanol, and treated with dilute base to give mixture of product. That means aldol condensation they are asking you. Can you see ozonolysis they have repeated again? They have asked you this before also, it is again being repeated, ozonolysis, right? And can you see SnHCl and hydrolysis is also a repeated question here, right? They are asking you this in some other, the way they are asking the question is different, but yes, they are doing that, right? Now, aldol condensation also, I think on 21st, they have asked one question on that, right? A and B are mixed. So now what you will do? So you can have CH3, I'll just write it here, right? You can have one thing is CH3. If I take this as the carbonyl, this as the alpha is also the same. This as the alpha, okay? So this will be CH2, CHO. This is alpha. So I'll connect these two. What I'll have here, answer will be CH3, C, this will be converted to OH, this will be CH2, CHO. After that, you will eliminate H and H from here, water from here, it will be condensed and double bond will be there. This is the first product that is formed. Now, if let's say I am using carbonyl of this, I am using propanol as alpha. So this is CHO, alpha is this one. This is alpha, okay, this is alpha. Connect carbonyl with alpha, what you will have here again, what you will have here, CHO, CH3, C, this is OH and this is H. You will connect this, na, this is connected to this one. So this will be CH, this is CH3, this is CHO. Then you eliminate water from here. This is water, this is eliminate water from here. This will be C, this will be double bond, right? Now they are saying choose the incorrect product. So this product is being formed here, that is correct, right? This product is also formed here, CH3, CH9. This is till now, I have not seen this. Acha, next is self-aldol between propanol and propanol, right? That means you have CH3, CH2, C double bond OH. Then you have another added with CHO, this is alpha. You connect these two things. So what you will have, another product will be CH3, CH2, C, this carbonyl is converted to OH, this is CH, this is CH3, CHO. Then you take out water from here, right? This will be converted to C, this is double bond, right? Okay, I can see this also is possible. Achha. Now, if let's say you have propanol, what you have propanol and alpha of ethanol. Alpha of ethanol means CHO, this is CH2, this is H. Now the answer will be CH3, CH2, C, this is converted to OH, this is, I would just write it as COH, then it is connected to this CH2, this is CHO. From this 2, it will be eliminated, H will be eliminated, this will be eliminated, you will have double bond here. Now tell me which one is not in the option. This is there, this is there, this is CH3, CH3, then double bond, then methyl, then CHO. This is also there, right? This is also there. This product I can't see anywhere. So this is the incorrect option here, right? Okay, tell me. So aldol condensation. They have not, I would say this is a good question, doable, but yes, it will take your time to solve this, right? Next question is electronegativity. Now here it is statement based question. Electronegativity decreases for group number 13. And they can ask you group number 14, 15, all the exceptional trends you should know. So electronegativity decreases regularly, that is not true. From boron to aluminium it will decrease, then it will increase. So that is not true. So A is definitely not true, not true. So answer can be this or this. Let's see. That means C and D will always be true. Boron has highest ionization enthalpy, right? We also know from this W that boron has highest. B, Al, Ga, Ion, Tl. So it will be boron, thallium, gallium, indium, and aluminium, right? Okay, so that is there, right? Boron has the highest, that is true. Trichloride of aluminium are covalent, AlCl3, that is covalent, that is true. Ionic radii decreases down the group. Down the group it should increase, so that is not true. So answer will be C and D is the correct answer, that is B is the correct answer here. That means what you can predict from here, they are asking questions directly on exceptions, right? Then C5H11, this is a good question. What you have here, C5H11Br. They are saying it is reacted with KOH, substitution is there, optically active isomer, you have to find out. So C5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either you can have Br here, right? If you have Br here, then you convert it into OH. Substitution will be there, OH. Is there any chiral carbon? This is 1 OH, 1, this 2 hydrogen. There is no optically active possible. So that means in this case, we will not consider. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have Br here, then after substitution, you will have OH here. This is a chiral carbon, so it will have 2. Let's say you have Br here, you will replace it with OH, right? This is also chiral carbon, is it? No, this is not a chiral carbon, right? This is because this is 1, 2, this is also 1, 2, this is not a chiral carbon, right? This is also not there. Then what is the other possibility? Other possibility is that if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and here you have Br, right? Then here also chiral carbon is not possible, right? Because this is CH3, CHC, again this is not chiral, right? Then if you see another possibility, just give me a second. Another possibility was, hmm, C5 they are saying, no? C5, wait a minute. So let me just see, that is also not the possibility. 1, 2, if I see 3, if I put CH3 here, then if I put OH here, if I put OK, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put CH here or here, that will give methyl, methyl. If I take away one more CH3 here, or let's say I put CH3 here, right? Then if I put, this is CH3, then also it is not getting, wait a minute. Then if I put 1, 2, 3, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, if I put now OH here, then it can have one chiral center, because all we need to have is chirality. Now this is different, this is different, this is different. That means another 2 is the possibility. Let's see if there is another possibility is there or not. Right? 4 membered now I have. If I put CH3 here, let's say if I put, then also if I see CH3, this is CH, this is CH3, this is C, this is CH2OH. Then this is CH2. Now no carbon will be chiral, right? Then if I have, let's say 1, 2, 3, let me see, 5 membered, other things are not possible for 5 membered, right? For 4 membered, this is possibility, this is the possibility. For 3 membered, if I have one CH3 here, is there any other possibility? Wait a minute, this can get little confusing because 4 option is not there, na? So 2 more isomers I need to have, but 3 possibilities, CH3, C, CH. If I put CH3 here also, if I put CH2, CH3 here, then it is, if I put OH here, then this is a possibility, right? Hai na? Now it is a possibility. Now this is chiral. H, this is different, this is different, this is different. Now this is also chiral. Is there any other possibility? For 3 membered, there will be no possibility, because if I make 3 membered, I can have CH3 here, it will become 4 membered only. For 3 membered branching, either CH3 will be here or CH3 will be here. That will make the same, no chirality will be there. So this will be the answer, that is 6. Okay. So here easily the chances of confusion can be there, right? So this is first chiral, this is second chiral, this is third chiral, this will be DNL, this also will be DNL, this also will be DNL. So total what you will have here, right? Okay. Yes. CH3, CH, this OH. Okay. Given number of optically isomers, na? 5, Cn, H2N. Then in the ring, how you will have optical, in the ring, even if I make this ring, wait a minute, if it is possible, if I make this Br and convert it into this OH, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this carbon, this is same, na? So it is not chiral. So here 5 membered ring is not the possibility. If I make a 4 membered ring, right, then I put CH3 here. Here it is OH also, this is also same, there is also not a possibility. If I put a 3 membered ring, then also if this is CH3, this is CH3 and this is OH. Then if I see this particular carbon here, right, here this possibility, firstly let's see if it is 1, 2, this is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is hydrogen. 5 carbon, hydrogen is 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we need 11. 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we are not having that, no? Wait a minute, am I doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if I make here firstly Br, right, then it should be 11. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it is not happening, guys. With ring, it is not happening. Right? Okay? Done? Understood? Chal. Now, let's see the next part. That is Bayer's. Now, this is about the test. Right? So, if you see Tollens test, it is silver mirror test. That is C is 3. This is eliminated. This is eliminated. If you see FeCl3 test of phenol, let's see Bayer's unsaturation test. Pink color is discharge. That is A is 4, A is 4, A is 4 here. So, answer will be this. Then you have ceric ammonium. So, even if you don't know about ceric ammonium, FeCl3 test you have violet color, right? Answer we got only cerium ammonium nitrate, you will have red color, right? So, that is 2. So, answer will be C is the correct answer here, right? Okay, sure. Consider the given cell here. Consider the given cell. Now, what they are telling. So, always remember in the cell representation, this part is anode and this part is cathode, AC, right? So, firstly, we'll write on the anode side what we will have, right? So, firstly, we'll need to write the reaction here. So, what is happening? Ag plus Cl, it is getting converted to AgCl, right? It is losing 1 electron. Then in that reduction is happening. So, Fe3 positive is getting converted to Fe2 positive. It is gaining. So, overall reaction will be Ag plus Cl negative plus Fe3 positive give rise to AgCl plus Fe2 positive. So, QC will be Fe2 positive divided by Cl negative, and this is Fe3 positive. Now, they are saying that when EMF, E cell will increase. Now, we know that this is E is equals to E naught. E is equals to E naught cell minus NF by RT ln of Q. So, we know that if I want this to increase, then this value should decrease. That means ln of Q should decrease. That means Fe2 positive should decrease and Cl negative should increase. Fe3 positive should increase because that is QC. So, out of these options, Fe this increases, that is not correct. This increases, not correct. This and this increases, that is absolutely correct. Here Fe2 positive decreases and Fe3 positive decreases, that is not correct. So, answer is C is the correct answer here. Okay. So, again, Nernst equation question. This I have taught you before also. They are asking you non-reducing sugar. So, wherever you have hemiacetal group, that is reducing. Wherever you have this group where you have acetal, right? That means acetal group means here you have C, 1 hydrogen, 1, then you have OCH3 and also here OCH3. So, this is non-reducing, this is also non-reducing. So, C and D are non-reducing sugar. Because this OH group should be free here. Here it is free, here it is free. On the first carbon, that's how this can happen. Otherwise, that will not happen. Okay. So, reducing, non-reducing sugar, they have asked question on reactions. They have asked question on reducing, non-reducing. They are asking questions on amino acids, right? Okay. So, next question is, out of the following having maximum number of lone pairs. Maximum number of lone pairs are where? This has 1 lone pair, this does not have, this also does not have, this also does not have. So in this case, what you will have, NF3 has maximum number of lone pairs. And in this case, we know that what will happen, this fluorine also has lone pair, right? That is why repulsions will be there. And that is the reason usually tetrahedral has an angle of 109 degrees. But here, which bond length? This particular bond length, they are saying this bond length is going to decrease because lone pair and these lone pair repulsions will be so much that this will decrease the bond angle and it will be around 102 degree, right? That is in NH3, it is 107, right? Okay, it will further decrease here, right? Okay, everybody, that is in NH3 you have 107. But in hydrogen, you don't have lone pair. In fluorine, you have lone pair. That is why further decrement will be there. Now, next question is, you have these. Now, this I would say is an interesting question. And it's a very different question, right? Apart from what we have done till now, right? Okay. So, what do you have here? You have nickel 2 positive with DMG, what it is making, right? This is one nitrogen, other nitrogen, right? Then this is making this kind of structure. Again, this is making, this is nitrogen, it is donating and okay. Tell me, how many membered rings are formed? How many membered rings are formed here? Okay, so if I write here OH, then this will be O. If I write here OH, then this will be O. So I'll just write here. Now what is going to happen? It will start having hydrogen bonding. Now this is the structure of DMG, right? Structure you must know, this is from, like this is a different question, okay? So N2 positive form pink color complex with dimethyl glyoxime ligand. That is true. It forms a pink color complex here, right? Then you have Ni2 positive with DMG contains two 5-membered ring. Yes, two 5-membered rings are there, right? Unpaired electrons in d orbitals in the complex. This will not have unpaired electrons because when you see this, it will cause pairing and it will be dsp2 because Ni2 positive means 8 electrons. 8 electrons means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? This one orbital will be empty, that will form dsp2, right? So 2 unpaired electron is not correct here, right? So answer will be only A and B will be the correct answer here, right? Because C is here also, here also, here also. So these all are eliminated. Answer is this. Even if you know DMG is, even if you know, trick is even if you know that DMG is the strong free ligand, even then you can solve this. Nickel 2 positive with DMG is soluble at pH is equals to 9. That is also not correct. That is pH should be 5 there, right? Okay, then only it is soluble. So answer is A and B. Then let's see, I think this is last second question here. Let's see that. Here what you have, second orbit of helium. Now they are asking you the value here for En, right? Now this is again for Bohr model, right? Again the question of Bohr model. Okay, so 2.178 into 10 raised to power minus 18 z square by n square, right? Now in this case what you will see, I'll just firstly write here orbit is 2, here z is 2. So overall it will just cancel out n square by z square and answer will be 3. So A is 3, A is 3 here, A is 3 here, these two are eliminated. Here n is 3, z is equals to 1. So this will be 9 times of that, 9 into 2. Something 1.96. So I think it should be B should be first, right? B should be first is not given here. So then we'll not use that, right? Let's see. N square should be 9, no? Oh, it should be divided by 9. Z square by n square. It should be divided by 9, should be smaller than that, right? Okay. It should be then divided by 9. This should be this E value that you have here. Let's say it is E naught. This will be divided by 9. Let's say this is the value of E naught. That will be divided by 9 here, right? This is first orbit. This is Z is equals to 3. This will be multi 3 square. Z is equals to 3. So this will be, I think, C is 1. Right? I think answer should be A. If you do rough calculation, this orbit here is 2. This so you don't even need to do. I think answer should be A. Right? Why? Because we are just saying this should be divided by, this should be multiplied. So it should be E naught multiplied by 9. Because n is equals to 1. N square is also equals to 1. Right? So answer will be A is the correct answer, right? So you can also do full calculation. You can directly also solve it. And this question I have already solved it before, right? If you remember, before also by writing it, I have already solved it, right? Okay. Yes, everybody, PM, right? So I'll see you all there, right? Something very important, right? About your 24th and 28th exam, right? Your next upcoming shift. Proper analysis we have done. So we'll tell you something very important regarding all the 3 subjects, right? Okay. Yes. So till then, bye-bye. Take care. See you all in tomorrow, today's special class. See you all for that. Okay then. Bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye.